Whoa, hello there. Welcome to another Project Feline livestream. Today I have some exciting news. I've just about finished all the models I need for this next new milestone, and today we're going to be constructing some stuff with them, so it's going to be all pretty fun. Hope everyone's doing okay. Hope we're all having a good weekend. I've just been sort of chipping away at these. I've sort of laid them out in my demo scene here so you can see some of these models. I've got the crane finish from last stream, or at least finished enough. It's got some basic textures on it, but it's nothing special yet. But I think for now it's good enough. I reckon we could pass that off as a final for the moment. It's got different pieces as well. I can rotate the crane to be in different spots, and it'll move the whatever it's carrying with it. I can also change how far up this thing is, and it's all sort of tied to this crate here, right? So I can move this along the jib. I think that's what that's called, at least. And yeah, it's pretty fun. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I'm gonna do a bit of tweaking to the textures before I start, and then we'll jump into the skyport level and start rebuilding it out of these models. And here's a bunch of crates down here, by the way. So we got some... I've tried baking the lighting on them. It's a bit rough, but I'd say it looks okay for now. We've got all the normal map detail baked in for the doors. We have interiors as well. I think this came out really nice with the yellow crate. It's got this warm lighting effect on it, and I think it's pretty cool. We've also got this blue crate that you can go inside as well. And I was doing some fiddling around with physics on the last stream, but I think I might have overwrit that with something. But here are some of the other models as well, if you haven't seen them yet. We've got some stairs, got some planks, got some... I've made it so that you can grind on the stair railings now, so that's cool. And I'll play through all that for you guys in just a second. See how many people we got here. How are we all doing, my guys? Thanks so much, Blast8081 for the follow, and Ash YC, thanks so much for the follow. I see people are enjoying the crane. That's cool. Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised with how it turned out. I didn't think it would look any good, but it seems to be convincing enough for me. So I'm with it colored in and stuff, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks, it looks passable. So if I hop into the scene with Gabby now, it's quite big actually. I didn't think it'd be this huge, but it kind of makes it better almost. Makes it feel like a huge world. And if I just get onto the top of this thing here, right, I can have a nice cool look at it. And if I want, I can try and navigate inside the crate. If I can just climb up it, and we can actually go inside here, and we'll run on the inside. And all of that's been baked as well. But I want to do just a little bit of tweaking to the textures on some of these, just so that we get a bit something more. And then we'll start building stuff. I've also got this as a cable. There's a cable component that you can use. So if I move the crate, it should move the cable with it. And I've made it very tight. But if I wanted to, I could make this cable longer and looser. I just can't remember where the thing was. I think if I can change the width. That's cool. I can make it super fat. I can give it a... what do we got? Gravity, cable length. I can make it super long, give it a lot of segments, and and yeah, you can see I can make it all kind of wibbly wobbly. So that's cool. But I've made it not like that though for the standard usage of it, because this isn't really going to move around too much. But it could if I wanted to, and I'm not sure if I'll do that, but think about it maybe. Maybe do some physics on that. But for now, I think having them static works. And yeah, then we got the crates as well, the not shipping crates. We got these ones. These are pretty much the same from the last stream as with the static crates. I'll show you the stairs, because you can grind on those. So if I jump up and... there we go. Pretty fun. So I think that's going to be a cool little asset to place around. And yeah, that's sort of all the pieces that I think we got. It's not a lot of pieces, but that's sort of the idea. I want to try and build as much as I can with as few pieces as possible. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. What are we going on? What's going on in the chat here, my dudes? I haven't checked the chat in a few minutes. We got a lot of activity. I'm gonna have to put an extra effort to keep up. Feels nostalgic for some reason. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's weird. I've been thinking a lot about the feeling of nostalgia recently, and I've been watching like this, I can't remember the guy's name, but there's this guy that like reviews a bunch of like early 2000s platformers, and I've just been like binging his videos while I've been working. And there are so many PS2 era platformers, because I get really nostalgic about those. And there's so many of them that I hadn't heard of before. And I kind of was maybe like trying to get a bit of that into Project Feline if I could, but I mean, I don't know how it's going to work out really, but it's sort of inspired by a lot of the games I grew up playing, so. But yeah, no, I appreciate that comment. Very nice. Oh yeah, there's a cool little thing as well that I did. I'll show you guys. If I like spawn in the right spot, I did like a little test. And I can actually like jump on and land on the crane so we can climb along it. I have to texture this a different color. This is supposed to be the weights. But if I'm careful enough, I can actually grind on the top of the crane like this, like in the actual level. So I have it like laid out that way in the block out, but it doesn't look as cool. But then when you got the actual model in, it's like, whoa, it's pretty nice. So I'm looking forward to putting that in. That's going to be fun. But yeah, it's got a bit of collision trouble though, because I kind of didn't account for the cables being there. So I guess, I don't know, she can go through them. Why not? And yeah, so I don't think this has collision on it though, this cable. This one's fine. But yeah, it looks really cool with the lighting, I think. Got a cool lens flare coming in. But yeah, so I'm going to just quickly hop into Photoshop, because there's some tweaking I want to do. This is the crane's texture, by the way. It's not too complicated, it's very simple. Every part of the crane is just UV mapped to one texture, basically. And all of the scaffolding parts are just these 4 areas, mainly. So all of the body piece and stuff, like this repeating set of bars, is all just like this part of the texture. But I wanted to change some of the colors on some of these parts, if I can recall correctly where they're supposed to be. So I think that I want to... Okay, yeah, this one I want to change a bit. So I will make a new layer. We'll call this detail, I guess. Oh, I got some questions. Sorry, I read some chat questions. Dev Kodak says, suggest adding support for this floating planks. Yeah, well, that's just like an example layout of it. It's probably not going to do it like that, but I was thinking to do support beams for these stairs. That kind of occurred to me yesterday, but I'll get to that later. It's not terribly important right now because it's still functional at the moment, so maybe later in development I might add some extra little models, but for now I'm probably just going to leave it. Cables connecting of the side. Yeah, I was thinking of that as well. Like after I put this together, I was like, oh, it would make more sense if they were on the corners of the crate. But like, I just couldn't be bothered to change it. It works. I'm kind of at the point where it's like, how many weeks have I spent on this? I don't know, like 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm kind of just like, want to get it sort of laid out into something and then fix some of the finer stuff later. But doing like I don't know, maybe one more model for like something to grab it on the top, I'll do that maybe later. It's not terribly important. As long as it's sort of, you get the idea of what this is supposed to be, which is sort of the main idea right now. It's just to kind of incite your imagination a bit with trying to articulate as much as it can, but also like leave some stuff just up to imagination for now, just because of time. So yeah, I'll probably get around to doing that at some point. No, not 3 or 4 weeks for the whole crate, no, for every model here. So for these crates, for the stairs, for these things, for that thing, for the crane as well, like those crates, and I think that's all of them. I don't know, there's like 6 or 7 different types of models in here, each with like sub-models of different stuff, like separate railing models. They sort of built like a Lego piece, so I can just snap them together very easily, and having to design that was quite a challenge, but I got it working. So yeah, about, I'd say 3 or 4 weeks-ish to do all that and to like UV map them all and learn how to UV map like properly and to texture them with rough detail. About 3 or 4 weeks. Not straight, I like took a few days off here and there. But yeah, about that much I'd say, along with some other stuff I've had to also finish. But yeah, so let me just like recolor some of this. I'm not sure whether to use like a gray color for some of these details or to continue to use that blue. I might pick like a gray, perhaps. I'll pick a good gray. We'll pick like a... This amount of gray seems suitable. So we'll do that kind of gray there. And we'll do that for the cable as well. We'll make that a gray color instead of blue. I just feel like for that it should be gray. And also, whatever that's meant to be. I think that was the cable. Or maybe the cable was somewhere else. Oh, that is the cable. Oh, why is that not changing color? Oh, I know why. Because I did it as an adjustment layer. So we'll copy that over. Yeah, I might just continue using with adjustment layers probably, sort of coloring it directly. It just makes it a bit easier. So I'll like redo that. UV maps are the same as light maps? No. Light maps are their own thing, but they do use UV data. In fact, what I did learn somewhat recently, and thanks Tix for the follow, appreciate it. I'll open up one of my models to show you this thing I learned. So if we go to like, I don't know, this crane body for example, it will generate two sets of UVs. So this is the UV set I've made, and this is like in context with the rest of the texture. This is just a small piece. And then Unreal will generate its own set of UVs for light mapping. And that's so that you don't get any overlapping faces, because I do overlapping faces a lot for texturing, just so that I don't have to texture like the same face like 10 times or whatever. But you can generate two different channels of UVs. One of them I haven't generated it, I've like hand done it, and then this one's generated automatically. So it's sort of the same, but not quite. They are different, and for different purposes, but they coincide. They have some similar purposes. So let me like try that again with like trying to color this thing. So I'll add like a color overlay. There we go. Oh damn it, my spelling. Gotta name these right. And there was another object I wanted to change the color of. I can't remember where it was. I think it was these things over here. I wanted those to be different. Just can't find where I put those ones. I think, yeah, here it is. Because that's meant to be like a grayish sort of color. So I'll change that as well. And there's another bit as well. Oh yeah, the weights. I could probably add a bit of detail to those. So I'll change the base color. And I could probably, I can make that a little darker probably. Let's like go maybe this amount. And I think this smaller one is like the top and the thinner one is the side. So I want to see about if I can like add a bit of like detail to it. Just so that there's like something. So if I like use my line tool, I don't know if that actually did anything. There we go. So if I like take this, and this is like very tiny, I'll have to make that a bit bigger because there's meant to be like multiple weights in, and I just made it all one model. So I reckon if I can like divide it, it will give the illusion that there's like 3 weights in there or something like that. So maybe we'll change that to, I don't know how many pixels. That should do it, I think. And we'll put one here and duplicate that. Put the other one somewhere here, and then we'll get a middle one. And we'll distribute them automatically so that they're in line. So I think if we just like select those and then go distribute horizontal centers, and then we need to center that to this selection. So I'll like select this little area. And if we like group those, select all. Oh no, I don't want to select all, sorry. Bad habit. I just want to select that pit and then align them to the centers. And I mean, that's not quite right. I might have to... yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do actually. Because I don't know, I think, yeah, I'll put like 2 on the sides and distribute them this way instead. That should do us. So I'll take, put one there. Just so that there's like an even amount of lines going across that bit. I think that little detail will just give it a bit more life. So we'll select those and then distribute horizontally. There we go. That's much better. And then I should just be able... I think I can just copy those, right? And then like put them on this bit, roughly. Except not quite. Hold on, I need to select all of them. Because that's been skewed a bit. So I think this direction is the top bit. So I'm going to have to like line that up and then stretch it. But it should line up, I think, with a bit of tweaking. And thanks, Weewaro, so much. Thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Dev Chaotic asks, do you plan on adding gradients or ambient occlusion? I do have some ambient occlusion maps on some of the models. Gradients, yes, I do plan on doing that or something like that. I have to do a bit more study on the shading before I come to a final look. But for the moment, just the general colors I think will be good enough, because it's going to take a bit longer to do the gradients properly and all that. So I think if I can just get some colors in there, I think that kind of is enough for the moment, I'd say. So let's try exporting this. I reckon that's like kind of what I was after. So let's let me save that, and we'll resize it. I think I made it a 1024 texture. I don't know if I could go smaller, but I think I'll keep 1024 for the moment. And I scaled it down with nearest neighbor turned on. And then give it a second. And then we'll save that out and overwrite the existing texture. And then what I should be able to do in Unreal is just re-import it. I go crane tower. If I just... We'll keep an eye on that weight, because that's supposed to change color, and we'll just right-click re-import. And that didn't do anything. Did that save? Oh, it didn't save. That's why. Alright, let's try it again. Re-import. There we go. Alright, well... Okay, I put the lines on the wrong face. Oops. So, let me, like, undo that. Because, yeah, they're there, but they're on... they should be going across the side, not the front, so that was my bad. So let me do that again. I think it's these ones, right? So let me like just move those over here and stretch that out. And see how that goes. So I'll resize that, re-export it. I can't remember what my damn shortcut key was. Ah, here it is. Control-Shift-S, that's right. Alright, let's re-import that and see how that looks instead. Okay, that's better. Actually, yeah, that lines up great. Nice. So that'll do us for now, with that texture. I might do some normal mapping on that later, but not terribly important. And then that's now a different color too. And the rest of this I think is good, I'd say. I just wanted to change this bit here. That's like the rotate pivot point. And then those weights. And then I think that was it. So awesome. I want to do a bit of tweaking to the shipping crates as well, because I haven't actually added any textures to them. It's just normal maps. So I just want to add something basic for the moment. And then we'll get on with building. So I'll just save that. And we'll go to the crane. Sorry, that's the crane. So I gotta save that. And I'll rename these to like lines. Just so that we don't have those ugly layer names. Oh, thanks so much, Nick Fizzle, for hosting me. Appreciate that a lot, buddy. With one viewer. Nice. Yeah, I was actually quite surprised how perfectly that these lined up. I always expect it to not work and then have to fix it, but it actually turned out fine, so that's great. So I can go ahead and save this now, I think. Yeah, and then I'll close it as well. And then here's the shipping crate texture. So here's some of the... It's got some ambient occlusion baked on it. It's got some normals baked on it. Here's the normal map, by the way. And I was gonna just like trace this somehow and like add some colors to these, like very basic ones. So firstly, let's make a folder, and we'll just call this base. And then inside there, we'll create one folder. We'll call that background, or actually, we'll call it layer. We'll get a layer. So I'll just like make an object, right? And we'll color that in like white or something, and we'll just call it background, because it's broadly the same color. But then we are going to add a bit of detail, so we'll get another one of those back. And I just want to like recolor this rail, and I'm just going to try and line it up to the pixel with the ambient occlusion map, so I know like where the rail starts and ends. And I'd say about there, and we'll like drag that down to the bottom. And I don't know where that ends. I'd say that ends about there. And we'll call that railing, and we'll make a copy of that. It doesn't seem to have any fill, so we'll change that as well. Or it does have fill. Oh no, it's just the ambient occlusion maps over the top of it. That's why. So, so I'll combine those, or I'll add a few more because we're going to change some of the colors on these. So I'm just drawing like boxes around these areas, and then I'm going to set them a different color for the moment, and that's about all I'll do. So we'll call that, I don't know. I'll just keep calling these railing and then combine all of them into one layer maybe, because they're all going to be the same color. So that, I don't want to change my language. Why did that happen? Yeah, so I think, yeah, I should just be able to drag that down there. Why not just add a lo-fi song? Because I have a set playlist of Creative Commons music. I can't use copyrighted music on stream, and I've already picked a selection of music from my devlogs that I am allowed to use. So that's the stream music. But yeah, no, I used to teach. It was a class I used to teach, and we always used to put on lo-fi, and I kind of got sick of lo-fi because it was like I had like 2 or 3 classes a week, and it would all just be lo-fi, and I was to the point where I kind of had enough of it because so many people like it that I kind of stopped liking it because like too many people like this genre. But yeah, Neon Gregory says, if you're going to use the crane in a new level, then I have an idea. Make the crane move. Yeah, that's why I made the crane able to articulate, and I gave it another shader as well that I haven't applied yet, but I've got a dynamic shader ready for it, and I was thinking to maybe have some movement on the current level, but I don't know how to animate yet in Unreal, or if that's even possible, so it's an idea for the shelf at the moment, but I appreciate the suggestion. So let me like just what do I need to copy? I think I need to copy these over here. There we go. And I think I can then combine these. Yeah, okay, so let me like combine those merge shapes, and we'll call this railing. I don't know what it's supposed to be called, but that'll do us. And I think I can just change the color like this. So I'll give it like a gray, like, maybe not that color. Maybe like that, I'd say. It's going to be a bit tricky though, because I do hue shift everything. So I don't know how that's going to come out in the final thing. I think I mean, I don't know, it should be okay. But we'll see. God damn it, I just like drag these. I hate these little floating windows sometimes. They get a bit lost. There was some other question I missed from earlier that I was going to answer. Oh, great, we got some duplicates in here. Jesus, I've had like, sorry, I'm just reading like Neon Gregory's question. It's been posted here like 3 times. I'd appreciate if we could like, you know, spam the chat with the repeated question. That'd be great. Because I'm trying to scroll up here looking for previous ones, and it's just the same question 10 times. Someone suggested floating planks. Oh no, sorry, that was one I already read. I think I've caught up. Yeah, sorry. I want to try and keep up with chat, but yeah, it's going to be difficult. I think I've got maybe one mod on at the moment. Oh yeah, my fire's on. But yeah, no, it's going to be difficult as always, because I'm always like trying to get stuff working, and things always break, and that distracts me. Always love when that happens. So I think these I want to make a different color as well, if I remember. So I'll draw a box over this. There we go. And we'll copy this over here. And then I think I need to change, I need to, do those need to be copied? No, I think that's fine. No. So I'll just merge those. And then we'll call this, I don't know what these are called either. I think these are, I'll just call them bolts, I guess, because they kind of look like bolts, but I don't know. And then we'll give that the same color overlay as the other layer. And we'll put that, where, I guess I'll just pop that here. Put that in the base folder. And with that. And then there's another bit, there's these bits here too that I forgot about. These handles, I think. Now, luckily, I UV'd them in or at least I built the high poly mesh that this is baked from almost to like metric perfection, which took a while, but it basically means that every detail snaps to the pixels of this image. And I know that seemed tedious watching me do it, but this is why it's advantageous, because then when I get to texturing, it just pixel perfect snapping to the details that are baked, and that's very, very handy. And that's one of the reasons why I pay attention to that sort of thing, because it just makes the job in the long term a bit easier. So let me combine those, and for some reason it's not letting me copy this object anymore. That's very strange. There we go. So now that needs to snap over here. And I think there's only 2 of them, so that's great. Then I can combine these together and then color those, and we'll call these handles. Then if I turn off, there we go. So again, this doesn't look like much now, but when I put it on the texture, you'll sort of see a bit of a difference. Now, I think that's kind of it really. That's all I really wanted to do. So I might export this out and we'll get back to Unreal. So let's make a save. And we'll resize. I don't know how big these textures. I think I left these at 4K, so I'm gonna have to scale these down to something more appropriate. I don't know what size. Maybe can we get away with 512? I wonder. I'm gonna try 512. I think that should. Maybe that would be a little small, but let's just try it. So I'm gonna do the normal map at 512, and we'll give that a shot. I just want to see how a 512 will look. We had it at 4K just then, and that's very sharp, but also expensive. So I don't want this to be like Modern Warfare with a 200 gigabyte install. So we're gonna shrink these down. So let me do these out, and let's have a look. So if I go then into my folder for the shipping crate and just re-import those, we'll have a look at how they look. So if I've just re-imported them all. If we head over to our crates, you can see, yeah, now we have some of the detail colored in, which is epic, but these are quite blurry, a lot blurrier than they used to be, but I think we can get away with that. I don't know if it's too blurry. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can really tell on stream, but I think if they should be sharper, let me know. I can do them upper size, but I probably wouldn't go higher than 1024. These are currently 512s. So, again, up close they're super blurry, but you're probably going to see them from this distance. So let me know at this distance, if on stream, you guys can see if it's blurry or not. 1024? Yeah, I thought so as well, perhaps. No, I don't do 720 size. That's a video resolution, not a texture resolution. You never use 720. Because 720 is for 1920 by, 20 1280 by 720. That's a screen resolution. It's not a text resolution. So those are usually multiples of 8, I believe. So 512, it goes like, you know, 2, 4, 8, 12, 24, you know, multiples of, and it just keeps doubling from there until you get to these higher ones like 64, which is like, it's pretty small, but that's like was big back in the day. Then you got 128, which is the one I use a lot, then 512, and then 1024, which is the next size up. You always do the multiples of this amount. Engines work best with those values. So I'm going to undo it back to when it was like a huge 4K one. And then you got up to 4096, which is 4K. So we'll do 1024 instead. And you can see like the actual size of that texture, if it'll let me zoom it, is about the size of my screen. But because all of this is shrunken down, like I reckon that'll be a good size. So let's do it. So we'll change that to base. We'll do the AO map because you can see the entire, it's not like one side that's that big. It's all, they're all shrunken down into this one texture. So I'd say, yeah, 1024 should be perfect. I always try to go a bit smaller if I can, just to save disk space, but I think for this one, this does need to be a bit of one of the larger ones, I'd say. And this is the normal, so yeah. So before I save the document, I change it back to its original size, which is 4K. Now if I re-import this one by one, these should get a bit sharper. There we go. That's, yeah, I think that's great. That's perfect. So now they're still kind of blurry, but it's way less noticeable. Unless you really get up like close to here. Like you can see it there, but from here I think it looks pretty sharp. Especially on the sides, that's where you're going to see most of it, and that looks pretty good to me, and the top. And again, that's just normal map detail. And luckily, because the actual texture is stretched sideways, you can't really tell if the texture's decreased in size, because all of that is snapped to the pixels, and those pixels don't have any aliasing on them. So that helps quite a bit. It only really affects the door, like the front of the door. But yeah, now we've got some actual different colors on those railings now, which I think's cool. I think it might be a bit too dark. So I think I might lighten those up a bit. And seeing as I've got it open, I might as well. So we might change that to maybe 90, or I think, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I can't remember my hex values now, because there's like a standard usual grays that people use. I think this one might be one of them. I can't remember, but I reckon that should do us. So I'll like recolor those. They just look a little too dark, I think, on the other one. There we go. I think that looks alright. And I've left the rest of it white because we use a material to hue shift it in Engine to change the color. So I need to resize that down to 1024. And then we'll save over. And boom, there we go. So now if I re-import that, where is it? There we go. That's much better, I think. Oh, I mean, it's kind of similar. It looks the same on these colored ones, but on the white ones, it looks much better. I'd say, yeah, for now, that should be fine. I wanted to do things like decals, but I think I'll leave that till later. That's going to be a bit trickier to do with how I built these crates, so I don't know how decals work yet, so I'm going to like learn that a bit later and then apply it. But for the moment, I think having them blank is perfectly fine. You know, they at least you know what they are. They're not just abstract objects. They're shipping crates, and it's quite obvious that they're shipping crates. So, yeah, I think we'll start using these, I'd say. Yeah, these doors look they looked like plastic before. Now these look a bit more realistic, or at least not realistic, but you know, they look more believable. Like you look at them from here, and you can sort of say, "Oh yeah, that's like those are made of metal." Rather than that's just like a plastic set sort of thing. So yeah, I reckon it's time. So let me like save. I think this scene is already saved. Oh, it isn't. Okay. So let's hop into my maps folder. We'll have a look for the skyport. So this is the current. Yes, I do want to save that. So here's the current blockout for it, and I'm going to keep this and make a copy of it to use. So I'm going to make a copy of that to use as a I don't know what the prefix. I think I'll just call it Skyport because this is going to be like the final one, I think. So we've got Skyport Blockout, and then Skyport, which doesn't have any baked lighting on it yet. And this is, so this is what it looks like without any baked lighting, by the way. It's like very dark. So what we're gonna do next is go and replace all of these with the new models, or at least most of these. So this entire level. So that's gonna be like our mission for this week. So I'm gonna make a start on that. Before I do, I'm just gonna quickly like push my changes to source control very quickly on my other screen. So give me 1 second, because I just want to make sure I do that before I make any destructive changes. So let me like find my source tree window. I think I need to refresh my files. There we go. And then I just gotta, what's the commit name? Go add sky industrial meshes. So we'll do that. I'll commit that, waiting for that to push to the server. Just so that, I have it backed up somewhere before I like go ahead and screw this up. And I guess to answer the question that everyone's been asking, yes, I do use source control, obviously. It'd be quite foolish not to use it. So yeah, I'm using source tree on my other screen here, and I can't show it because it has my email address on it. And I'm using that in conjunction with Bitbucket. I used to use GitHub like way back in like 3 or 4 years ago, but I prefer Bitbucket because it has like free private repos, and that's pretty handy. So while I'm pushing that, because that's going to take a while, I'll read some chat questions. After the prop and crane are done, what do you want to make next? Well, those are all of the models for now that I need for this level. I don't know what else I'd imagine I'd need. Maybe, like I said, some scaffolding for the stairs, but that's it. I think for now I have the bare minimum I need, and that's good. Like, I don't want to overdo it, because you don't know, maybe like I'll need different stuff later down the road, or I might not end up using stuff, and I don't want to waste time making stuff that I won't use. So I think for now I've got just the right amount of models to build stuff with. Yeah, well, to answer Leo, I don't know, Lord's 22, I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry. The crates, well, they're actually all flat, like completely. The actual geometry, all of the details baked on. So I can understand if it looks a little static, or a little flat, but that's not a huge concern right now. It's sort of like, it looks convincing, I'd say, in terms of like, you know what it is when you look at it. It's not like this level where it's just completely abstract grid. And you gotta sort of take it in iterative steps, really. But yeah, like they do look a little flat, but they are. So I guess that's why. Again, it's all just baked on. So I think a lot of that's to do with the ambient occlusion map, probably. But again, you're going to be whizzing past these. I don't think people are really going to be that concerned. There's not much I can do about it, really. I don't want to like add in more model and geometry than I need to. So I think for now that'll do it. After I texture it up with some real textures, it'll probably look better. But for now, from a distance, or when you're like going past them at high speed, to me it looks like you know what the object is, right? And I think that's what's the important part for the moment. So, all right. So I think all of those have been pushed. Epic. So I can start working. So let me just like minimize some of these windows. I have so much stuff open. All right. What's source control? Asks Ash. It's basically like a way of backing up files to a server. And thanks, Roar XT. And nice for Yo for the follow. And Nick Fizzle, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, source control is basically like... It's kind of like a timeline of your project, and you make frequent backups of it, and you can essentially go back in time to other versions of your project in the past and retrieve backups if things go wrong. And it's quite a... I'd say, like, yeah, give it a Google. I can't explain it that well because I'm not like an expert programmer, but it's very, very handy. So let me start off. I gotta like maybe group some of these objects or not, because there's so many objects here. I think what I'll do is I'll group like the gameplay objects into different categories, like the AI, just so that I can like keep them separate. Or I'll get rid of like the checkpoints, and I'll just get rid of those objects first, and we'll replace them with other stuff later. Or, well, I don't know, should I leave them in? I guess we'll leave them in, because we are going to just put them in the same spot anyway. I'll delete like the atmospheric fog and the soundtrack objects and stuff, because we don't need those right now. Yeah, because I have so many, I haven't like organized this at all, so it's going to be a bit of a mess. But let me like try to organize this a little bit. And thanks Lemonade Skull for the follow, appreciate it. But yeah, so let me make some folders. Wherever I need to. All right, so we'll call this. I'll make like an AI folder for all the AI stuff, like the patrol paths, and I think the actual drones are still in here too somewhere. So I'll leave those. Yeah, here we go. So I'll like take all of those and put them in that folder. I'll make another folder. I think I have a naming convention I use. I can't remember it exactly, but I think I don't know if I call it progress points to put the start and finish lines and the checkpoints. I can't remember if that's the name of the folder, but we'll just call it that for now. We have a bunch of grind rails in here. I'll leave those in for now. I'll make a mortality folder for the stuff that kills you. And the starting spawn point. So things like, yeah, the player spawn, and the, what was it? Kill zone. I don't know why I called it kill zone. I guess, well, they kill you, so I guess that's pretty explanatory. So I'll put that in the mortality folder. Nav mesh bounds needs to go in AI, because that's for AI stuff. I'll make a lighting folder, I guess, because I'm going to do like actual lighting like correctly later. But we do have some lights in here to kind of just for visibility's sake, because it's really hard to see without any lights. So I have some very basic lighting that I've put in to the block out that I tend to replace later, but we'll keep this in here so we can actually see what we're doing. And I have a lot of rect lights here. A lot of rectangular lights. There's so many, Jesus. Let me like maybe start from the bottom and then select those. So we'll put that in the lighting folder. Jesus, yeah, there's so many. There's also this and this, so we'll put that over as well. And is there a skylight in here? There is, so we'll put that in lighting as well. And then make another folder. We'll call this render effects for things like the skybox and fog or whatnot. So like the reflections. So I'll put that in render effects. And then all of this, I don't know what these are. Oh, those are more lights. Are you kidding me? Gosh, I put a lot of lights in here. Put that in lighting. It's not gonna, is it gonna let me do it? Did it put it in? Oh, it did, I think. Sweet. And then the rest of this is just geometry, which is good because this is all gonna get replaced. Except for maybe this. This needs to go into progress points. And nav mesh cast needs to go to AI. And then I think the rest of it is good, I think. So I'll make another folder. We'll call this geometry. And we'll put our actual geometry in here. And we'll see if we can segment it if possible, because that'll be pretty handy. So now let's get onto it. I'm going to leave some of these in, maybe. I probably should have deleted those first couple ones, eh? Because I need a roof. And I don't have like any just roof sort of thing, so I might just like have these as different materials. So we'll call this... I don't know if I can just set it as that. Yeah, this is like a kind of a concrete texture, so I'll use this for the areas I don't know what to do with. What's architectural black? That's interesting. I don't know. There's the darker one and the lighter one. I'm not sure which is better. I think I'll go with the lighter one for now. But I don't know why it's called architectural black when it's lighter. That's interesting. But yeah, it's just sort of like some filler material. And I'll just use that for the areas I'm not sure about. So I probably should have like left some of that geometry in that I deleted from earlier, but we'll just recreate it. think it's a bit wide. There we go. And I might just do the sides. We'll just make those crates, I guess. So let's get some crates in, maybe. Or I'll just, I might just leave this all concrete, maybe, for the moment. And then we'll do the crates on the other bits. Because I'm not sure exactly if the crates are the right size to fit this area. So I guess I don't know. I'll come back to the start later, because that's like the least important bit. So we'll just like fill that with like something. And then this bit I know what I'm going to do with. These bits. This is going to be easy. I'll turn off lighting so I can actually see. I'll like make that a concrete sort of material. And then we'll let's turn my volume down a bit. And then we'll now we can actually put some models in. So here we go. Here's the exciting part. I'll get that plank I had from earlier and boom, put that in. Now it's very small, but I'll just like rescale it so it fits. And I'm not going to stretch it like that. I want to stretch it uniformly, if possible. So it might not line up quite as well as I thought in some areas, because I didn't really build this level to scale with the assets, because they didn't exist yet. So it might not be perfect, but it'll be something. So let's just like see how it goes. So I'll make like some, maybe if I make these a bit smaller, perhaps. Like this, there we go. So I think, yeah, something like this. And we'll like rotate that a bit. Or not, I don't know. So yeah, we'll have to do a bit of tweaking, I think, to some of these, but we'll see how it all works out in the end. I might have to change, I don't want to have to change my snap value. Or I'll just make this like a one big slope instead. And we'll just bring that a bit closer forward. So now I like slide down those planks. And again, that's very hard to see, but we'll bring back. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have like texture mode on. I'm not gonna bake any lighting right now. But at least we have some detail going on. I'll just have to like center those a bit. All right, so yeah, again, this will be a bit tricky because these block out meshes to a different size and dimensions as the actual ones I've built. So we'll see how close we can get. I'm not sure where the starting point is going to be. Like, I don't know what this is yet. It's just something. So I'll figure that out at the end, maybe. But for now, let's get... where is it? Shipping crate. So we'll get some of those 6-meter ones. Like, closed 6-meter ones. They're about the right size. And we'll stack them... I don't know why I put it in sideways there. It's a bit wonky. And we'll just, like, put some of them... And we'll just, like, make little towers of these things, I reckon. So we'll put like maybe four of them. Oh, that's really hard to see. But if we put some materials on these, like that or something, and then we just kind of like make a copy, rearrange some of these materials around. This isn't going to be like the most important part of it, but excuse me. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to like do all the colors, but I just kind of like want to get something in here, right? So I don't know if I can like stack them like this or something. I don't know if that'll be fun. I guess I'll just sort of leave them. I'll like stack. I'll like do them like flip-flopped sort of thing. So that one way is stacked this way with the backs facing that way. And then, yeah. So that, and then I'll just like make copies of these over and over. And I don't know, because I'm just going to have the ground be covered in clouds, basically, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out yet. Oh, wait, hold up. That needs to be that color. Oh, sorry, that needs to be that color. And that needs to be that color. I almost had some duplicates there. So if we turn on lit mode, yeah, it's like, the lighting is horrible right now, but again, it's not a, we'll do the lighting later. Let's just see like how that plays. If I can get unlit mode. So we got like a starting point at least. Kind of looks like that. It looks kind of funky. And then we like jump down to another pile. And yeah, so maybe I'll do like just a quick lighting bake so we have some ambient lighting at least, because this is like, oh actually no, I know a way. Let me I gotta get an object back from something I deleted. Oh no, I think I can do it with some of these lights. If I change one of these in lighting, there should be like a skylight. And if I change it to dynamic, I think it should make the lighting a bit less. There we go. Now I can actually see. That's epic. So there we go. That's much less like black and white lighting. So now it, yeah. Because it's now just making the world lighting dynamics instead of waiting for it to be baked. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what colors I'll make. I guess I'll worry about coloring a bit later. So we'll just like get all of these back. And we'll put this into that geometry folder as well while we're here. So yeah, so I'll just like take those and that, and we'll drag that into wherever I put geometry. There we go. And then we'll make some copies of these. Oh, it's Newts has a highlighted message. Make each. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go in and do that later. If I start rotating each of them slightly now, we're gonna be here forever. So yeah, no, I was already planning on doing that, but just to save time, we'll get the layout first, and then we'll go in and add the finer details, because that's not terribly important that each of them are slightly rotated right now. But yeah, I do plan on doing that. So yeah, and I'm probably not going to do much coloring as well. Like, I did a bit on this just to make it look pretty, but I'll probably do that later, because it's easier to just get it all there and then start fiddling with materials and whatnot. So far so good. I don't know what this object here was supposed to be. It could be a crate, perhaps. I guess sure, why not? Let's make a crate. So I'll get this. We'll just make this one white, and we'll make like a huge tower of these. Actually, no. We'll use the bigger ones. Yeah, because I have those 12-meter ones. We'll use those here. Actually, I'll get an open one, and we'll create a little shortcut. Because I noticed that speedrunners tend to go outside of this wall, and because this won't be a wall anymore, we could make this hollow, or one of these hollow, and do something a little interesting. So that'll turn into something in a bit. I'll just like get the other ones in position. Is that clipping through? I think it's clipping through. Yeah, there we go. Oh wow, that's not lining up at all. God damn. Let me like create them lined up properly. Yeah, because when you build things on angles, it's really hard to line them up. So if you build them straight on like this, there we go. And then I can rotate them into place. And I don't know if that's the right angle, but not quite. I'll turn off like local movement, and we'll just pop it over here. And I think that needs to be rotated a bit more like that. There we go. And then we'll just take this and just copy it. And I'll put in, like, I have an off-white material that I'll put on these, just so that it's got something on there. Yeah, no, the cranes are coming later. The cranes are up here. For now, I'm just going to put the crates in, and we'll put them everywhere, or wherever they need to go. And then if I can add more cranes at the start, maybe, but I wanted all the crates to be in the distance so that you can sort of see them when you start. And it's all like this cool little view that you get to see. So at the moment, we're just going to work with crates. So, if I like make another copy of that, there we go. So that should get us, we can get rid of that now. And I'll like set the spawn point to be here. And, oh damn it, I fell off. All right, let's try that again. So it's going to look a little boring because it's white, but I just want to like test if actually putting them in this spot works. Now I have that hollow piece, and I think I wanted to turn that into a little something. So if you like jump in here, you can sort of, oh, not quite. Let me try. Let me actually try and see if that shortcut will work, because I don't know yet. So if I like jump in here, yeah, you can sort of make it, but we're gonna replace this with. Oh, actually, that might just. I don't know what that'll be yet. Actually, I don't know if I should make those walls crates too, or just like. I don't know, I guess sure, why not? Let's make them crates. So, see how well that, because it's going to make these a lot wider, but I guess we'll just see how that goes, eh? Now, I don't know how well these are going to snap. My guess is not well, because this has all been kind of off, so we'll get it as close as we can. Because I know the snapping on this area got really wonky. So this isn't going to like line to the grid, which is going to be a bit frustrating. But these bits aren't lined up properly anyway, so if I just like make a few copies of these. And I think that's all in the geometry folder, or not. Yeah, no, that's none of that's in the geometry folder. So let's all put that in the geometry folder. It's gonna be good to keep that in. Did that work? I don't know if that worked. Oh, it did. Okay, sweet. So height-wise, we'll do that. Then we'll just copy those over here. And then as for the floor, I've got no clue. I guess we'll just make that crates too. Why not? But those need to be rotated this way. Now, yeah, this looks crazy right now, but bear with me. I might have to make this all a little thinner, I think. So I'll get rid of that for now. And get rid of that too. And this. So yeah, I'll have to like adjust the sizing on some of these so it all lines up. So I'll have to make this area thinner. And then we'll put like, I don't know what to put there. I guess we'll leave this one here. And we'll put that a bit further forward. I'm gonna see if I can like line that up properly to this area. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just like, I'll get that into like the concrete sort of texture that we have. I think it's called, what is it called? Architectural black. There we go. Or maybe I should use the other one. This darker one. I think that one might look better. Yeah, let's use that. So I'll do, worry about those later. Not important. So let's see. We need to make some copies. And this would probably need to be a bit thinner, I think, because that's going to overlap. So that's... I bet Crate Gang's going to be very happy now that all the crates are being used, I think. Now this bit here will change. Except we have a bit of a problem. Can I make... Yeah, actually, you know what I'll do for this? I'll make these 6 meter... Get those 6 meter cranes out. Crates. Why did I say cranes? We're not using the cranes yet. So yeah, we'll get the 6 meter ones for like the... Because there needs to be a gap in the wall. So we'll get that ready. Now, I don't know why it's peeking out. Is it? I can't tell. I don't think it is. I think it's... Yeah, no, it's fine. And we'll copy this upwards. And yeah, you can sort of see like how nice this is to work with, because it just snaps into place. There's no real gaps or anything. It's just sort of perfectly mirrors and kind of stacks itself like a Lego set. It's really fun. A lot more funner than I thought. So, okay, that's there. I think, yeah, just that actually lines up perfectly with where the gap's supposed to be, so that's epic. Now, thanks far too what, if I'm pronouncing that correct, for the follow. Appreciate that. So yeah, if I just like move these out like this and get rid of this bit. There we go. So now I gotta get like a bit to go sideways. So we'll create a copy of this. And I don't know exactly how that'll fit, because this is like a bit too small, but I guess it'll work. And maybe I need to make 2 of those actually. And maybe this bit needs to like be different. I don't know. Because if that's there, where does this bit go? I don't know. I haven't built... Oh yeah, wait. Let me get the floor in. So like create some copies of those. So it's good to know where the floor will be so I know how high to make everything. Because it all depends on Gabby's jump height and all that. So this next little part is going to be quite crucial that we get right. Because she essentially needs to make it up there with a wall ride, but also this is like too tall. So we'll have to see how we can work with that. Because if I make that shorter, like down here, then that's too easy to get up on, I think. So yeah, no, we need to keep that up there, get rid of that one, and then just like stack that. But it doesn't reach the same height as it used to, but I mean, I guess that's okay. It's just a little frustrating. Or maybe I just make that whole bit thinner. I could maybe do it. Does that actually line up? I mean, it's not perfect, but it's something. And then we can use some of those other crates. Let me get those. I have those other, the other little crates that we can use to stack, and then we can make a little way up. So that'll be cool. I think maybe I should make this a little thicker. And then I guess we'll bring that up to here, because this is going to overlap a bit, and that's going to be a bit irritating. So yeah, let me like create some copies of these. So that'll be something that she can jump on. And there we go. And then I'll make so she can sort of get herself up there. It's the wall ride again is still a bit fidgety, but I'm going to come back to all that a bit later on. But at least you can get up, and you can use a wall ride to just get on top there. Now I got to wall off some areas. For some reason, yeah, I might like just, I don't know if I can move those over like there. Or yeah, let me get one of these. So that needs to, I don't know which way I should rotate that actually. I think, yeah, no, this needs to come this way. So I'll put that there. Now that rail is completely covered, so I'm gonna have to move that over here. And that doesn't come to the right height anymore, but I'll fix that later. What's the watermark on the surfaces? Oh, that's the preview. That's like Unreal's way of saying that the lighting hasn't baked and it's just doing a preview. So that's not going to be there on the final thing. It's just like an in-engine thing. But yeah, that'll go away when I bake the lighting. So no worries about that. It's just kind of funny how it's in like Times New Roman. I always thought that was kind of amusing. It's just like really slanted Times New Roman. It's kind of charming. All right, so I don't know how this will all work exactly. I don't know how wide to make that. I think we'll put this here. Maybe I'll put another one of these here as well. Damn it, yeah, because these don't quite line up perfect. I mean, that's sort of they're not supposed to be stacked this way, I suppose, in the first place. So it's going to be a little challenging. Unless I stack them this way instead. That could work. Yeah, that works perfectly. Just about. Yep. Alright, we'll just do it that way. Now I need to make that a bit taller. And I think that's the right height, so that's brilliant. We'll move some of these as well. I think we'll put one there-ish. I don't know exactly what. Oh yeah, no, that doesn't need to be there, sorry. But there does need to be, I don't know, is there, because this like bit you kind of crouch under. I don't know if there's any point to that really. It's a bit irritating. I don't know if I'll leave that in or not. Maybe we'll make a jump gap or something instead. That might be more fun. I don't know. Or just experiment. So I'll like get rid of some of these crates in the way because it's a bit hard to tell what's going on here. Because we had like this vent you jump down, and I mean it was kind of cool, but I don't know. It feels kind of weird. I know a lot of people would skip past it anyway, but I think a jump challenge, it might feel a bit more open and less claustrophobic, and I think that might be a bit more suitable with the crates. So I don't know yet, but that's like the big shortcut, and we've got that kind of sorted. If you guys are wondering if you can see gaps, I think that's just the normal map. It's not an actual gap. It's just like the normal map showing for the poles, so that's fine. But yeah, so again, it still looks kind of plain because I'm just using the white material and everything, but we'll you know, make that a bit jazzier a bit later on. For the moment, let me like move this down to be like here. That's a bit not. There we go. Yeah, that should be better. And we'll change that mesh as well to the actual. have an actual cable model now that I can use with an actual texture on it. So we'll just, I don't know if that's going to be too thin or not, but we'll see. I'm going to change the size of this as well. So we'll just do that. Because that's the offset. I figured out that 0.25 is the right offset for this mesh, because it's going to place the character above the rail, not in the rail. So I have to set that. I might as well set the defaults as well if I do end up making more. And there, so now it should look like a cable. And I think, I don't know if the collision still works, hopefully it does. It's a bit harder to notice, but I guess that kind of makes it a bit of a cheekier shortcut that way. But the snapping is completely screwed now. So I'm gonna have to somehow have that not clip through the ground. I think that, yeah, that should do it. There we go. So it's a little harder to get on now, but I don't know, it's not terribly important. At least it's sort of in there with a geometry on it. Alright, so moving on. So I think so I don't want this here anymore. But we have a bit of a problem, I think. Let me like duplicate these over. There we go. So yeah, that doesn't come up exactly, but it's whatever. It's a bit of a gap, but I guess it kind of gives you a bit of, I don't know, maybe we can have like a gap here with the walls too, maybe. And then, I don't know, put something here. Because yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to make this vent, like whatever this was, because I don't have any models for that, so I might like redo this bit with something else. So what I'll do is I'll just like get rid of that and that and that and that, and we'll create like some more of these and see what puzzles, or not puzzles, but obstacles we can make out of these. So I don't know, maybe we do like a little wall ride jump challenge or something. I mean, you can double jump across, which is one way. I like to make like a pit maybe. I want to get, yeah, we'll get one of these and see if we can like scale that out here-ish. And we'll like, I don't know, do something. Get rid of some of that geometry. I think I had a light in here too. There it is. So yeah, I'm not sure what this will be now, but it'll hopefully be more fun. Like some way to get down would be cool. But like using the crates, like riding down them maybe? I don't know if that'll be a thing that we can try. So maybe if I like copy this down. So it's like you're going into a pit sort of thing. And then get rid of that one maybe. We'll slide across. See how that goes. Neon Gregory says make a broken elevator. Well, unfortunately, I do not have an elevator model. So I'm trying to just do stuff that would work with the models I've got right now. But some kind of thing that you can jump down to, I think would be cool. Like, I feel like it'd be kind of nice to like try and land on the top of that crate and like jump down from it, but yeah, I don't know. I'll have to like do a bit more experimenting. I guess we'll get rid of, there's like a nav mesh thing here. I'll get rid of like this whole area and we'll like construct something. So there's a nav mesh actor, there's that, there's that, there's a that, there's that, there's that, and that. And I think that's everything, except I think there was one more I forgot from earlier. I think. I can't remember now. I think it's all gone, yeah, so. At least if I move these away. There we go. And thanks, Victor. Very cool spelling. Thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it a lot. Yeah, the follows have been going up lately. We're up to 2,000 now, which is amazing. I didn't really do like a celebration or anything, because, I don't know. It's sort of like, it's weird. I usually don't like celebrating followers, because it's like, you know, it's not always about the numbers, you know, but I do appreciate it. It's good to know that people, because I think on YouTube, I've got like, I think 60,000 subs on YouTube now, which is incredible. And then on Twitch, it's like 2,000. I didn't think it'd get up that high, though. I think most people would sort of... I mean, I guess most people are interested in the devlog stuff, but I'm glad that there is enough people interested in the live stuff, too. So let me like there's some other like weird stuff in here. I gotta get rid of some leftovers. There was another light that was like, yeah, I've got like these old lights that I gotta get rid of that I'm probably not gonna need now. So I'll get rid of those. Oh wow, more followers. Thanks, Shimmer Shiro, if I'm pronouncing that right, and Bladeheart Zero. Thanks so much. Fishy Strix says, maybe play some more fast-paced game with parkour, as I think it's one of the main aspects. Yeah, I've been looking at some more media lately. I've been trying to watch more films as well, just to get like more ideas from outside of games. Because you never know, I always find I get like the best ideas from like media I wouldn't guess, like music or film. But I've been playing, what have I been playing lately? I was playing some Halo, but that's not really related to this. There was some game I was looking at. I can't remember now. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but it was like sort of fast. Oh yeah, no, it was that Counter-Strike. There was some like there's that surf mode that I see everyone play all the time, and I'd never tried it before. And I gave it a shot, and holy crap, it's difficult. Very, very hard, but I sort of kind of ish got the hang of it, and by kind of got the hang of it, I mean not at all. But it was interesting to try out. Probably not my favorite, but it definitely looks fun to play, but it's not easy to play. So for this bit, I might get the 6 meter crates back. So let's there we go. So yeah, I don't know, maybe this could be some kind of like thing you jump down. So we'll like see how that, I don't know. We'll play some of these around and see. But I think it might be cool to have some stuff in the middle here maybe. So I don't know, we'll get like some of these ones. I'll put this material on and we'll like copy those. And I'm just gonna like see what kind of pit I can make that might be fun. I'm kind of having like images of, I don't know if anyone here ever did gymnastics when they were a kid. But we used to have this thing, like, it was like a foam pit. And we used to jump into it. It was quite fun. And I'm just kind of like having foam pit vibes from this. So I don't know if I can make this look like some kind of fun little pit to jump into. If that's at all possible. Or like, I don't know. I'm just thinking what other ideas are possible, really. But it is kind of cool. Yeah, you know, actually what would be nice if I like had these on this side. And maybe I use some of those planks to kind of make like a walkway or something you can slide downwards to. Just something to kind of go down, like jump down them or something. Nick Fizzle, very cool name, asks, how was my day? Well, my day was okay. I was quite happy because I finished the crane model, and I don't have that here right now. I have pieces of it in another folder. But I got that finished, and I was quite happy, because now I don't have to work on this damn thing anymore, at least not for a while. So I've got all the different pieces of it. The big bit is not that one. Where is it? This piece, the head. That was quite difficult, but I got that kind of presentable to a presentable state. So I was quite happy about that. Apart from that, yeah, I've been kind of chilling a bit. Yeah, I kind of just like chilled out during the weekend. I think I saw on Discord, there was some guy saying like, oh, I think Raymond's up to something big. He hasn't posted anything in 2 days. And I'm like, it's a Saturday, dude. I'm just like sleeping in. And I just had other stuff on. Like, I think it was like 3 or 4 days, I think, since I'd streamed. And I don't know, apparently that's like code for, oh, he's got something big, even though I go like way longer than that normally. Like my last video was what, like a month ago now, I think? But no, I'm just working steadily. Working at a comfortable pace. Yeah, I think what I might do for this bit. Yeah, I have an idea. So I'll put a crate here. And we'll get rid of those. And I'll do something. Actually, I might keep those there. And we'll, I don't know. I feel like using a plank to kind of connect these, perhaps, but it's going to be a little tricky. Let me think. Yeah, so let's get some of those planks. I'll put some of these around, and I'll make them gold. Why not? So we'll get some of those up, just like that. And then maybe we'll put some more in, like, at the top, because it's, like, not very clear where to go, I think, from here. It's a bit too open-ended, so there needs to be something. Maybe my crate's on the other side, perhaps. So I'll put some of these. Oh, that kind of blocks the entrance, doesn't it? Oh, not quite. It, like, kind of just doesn't block the entrance. So, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll do a cool little thing here, right? Yeah, this could work. Oh, It's Newts is getting auto-modded. Hold on, let me fix this up. Oh, that's why. You wrote the... So what the bot was doing, sorry about that. It was saying, when you said, it says a hollow container that has fallen down and slammed a hole into the wall. When it read a hole into the wall, it read it as a hole, and it hailed your message for review. So that's very funny. But yeah, no, I think that should not do that anymore, hopefully. But yeah, don't use naughty words on my stream. No matter the context. You know, it's kind of interesting though. Twitch is weird with its bots. So yeah, I think like a little tunnel would look kind of cool, I think. So if I like, I wonder if I stack it this way, if that actually will fit. Oh, just. That'll fit there, and then that can just like go there, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. So let's like have a play of that. So you go here and it's like, whoa, it's this big pit, right? Maybe I should bring that a bit lower, maybe, if I like get rid of that one. Oh, it's a bit too steep, eh? Yeah, it's a bit... I'll leave that one there. Or maybe I get rid of both of these and like do a little gradual thingy-mabob where it kind of gradually goes down. And only problem... Oh, wait. Yeah. Only problem is that I don't know how to close this gap. That's going to be a little frustrating. Unless... Hold on. I do have another trick up my sleeve that I forgot I had. I have an even smaller crate that I could use. A 6x6 meter one. Or, sorry, 3x3 meter. There we go. So I can use one of these smaller ones maybe to fill in these gaps. I forgot I had this one. So I don't know if that'll work. I think it should, yeah. It's just going to stick out a little bit, but I mean, I guess that's fine. So we'll like put some of these in. Boom, there we go. But yeah, I was thinking some kind of ramp from a bit earlier, perhaps, so it's not as steep. So let me get my planks back. There we go. So I don't know if I should like make these super wide or whatever, or just like, I don't know. We'll see. So let's like create an angle and another angle. Ooh, that doesn't... Does that stack? These don't stack as well. Yeah. I mean, they kind of... no, not at all. They don't stack very nicely, these ones. Maybe if I put that there and just change the angle. Nope. Maybe if I change the angle interval. No. Yeah, it's a little frustrating. Oh, I mean, this kind of works. Is there? Yeah, there's a bit of clipping. Maybe if I just like change this to local and do like that. I don't know if... Oh, that kind of does clip in. Maybe if I select all of these at once and then do it like that. Oh, that's actually perfect. There we go. And then I'll make like two of these just so it's like double the width. So it's like, and then you like go this way. That's kind of fun. It feels, yeah, no, it just feels kind of cool, you know, because you can slide down it and like, into there. It's a bit more, it feels more open and free and fast than the crawl space that I had earlier. So I don't know. I'll leave those as white for now. I don't know what colors to make those yet. But I think it's not lining up to the center, or it is. It's just kind of hard to. I mean, yeah, I guess that's the center. It's just the other objects weren't quite lined up. So maybe what I'll do here is, because I don't want those sticking out, it's going to be a bit annoying. If I like do it like that, maybe. Put those there. There we go. So that looks kind of neat. We might perhaps do a little thingy. I don't know if I can make. Yeah. I'll get. I have another set of models I'm going to use. Scaffolding. Where are you? There we go. I'll put some of these scaffold platforms in, and these look very primitive right now, but I'm going to like add like a tiling texture to these later, but I don't know what those are going to look like yet. I don't know how to describe them, but it's like the metal tile texture. I don't know, whatever it's called. I'll see if I can find an example. They use them on like everywhere. This one, it's going to have that on it. But I haven't made that yet, so for the moment we'll just use our imaginations. But it's gonna like go on something like that, and then I'll just like put some of these here. I can put railing too if I want, but I don't think I'll do that right now. Ooh, so that's not copying. There we go. And I'll make like another, just so that we have a bit of room, so we don't like slide off the edge there, because that'll be a bit irritating if we slide it and fall to our deaths. Be a little punishing, so you know, there you go. And maybe I'll put a bit of railing, just so that it kind of guides you. So we'll get this railing. And I'll just put like a little bit of them here and there. Just so that it looks like something, you know? It's like a person could walk through here, but they can't. But you could sort of get the idea that they could, because there's railing for it, and it kind of feels like, oh, this is meant to be a walkway sort of thing. It's like a visual language of sorts. So I think, yeah, because it kind of guides your eye a bit, doesn't it? Not that the colors help at all, but you know, if you picture it with different colors later, I reckon that's a cool little thing. So you just, and then you jump in there. And then zoom into here. Now this will be an interesting little area to do. I don't think I've got any stairs. Oh no, I do actually. Yeah, I remembered. I did make stairs, and railing. So that this will be really fun. I just don't know what to make the walls out of. I think we'll just use that concrete texture for this next area. But you can go backwards through here too, which is also kind of fun. So I don't know if I can reuse that somewhere, like going up here, and then there, and then zoom through there. That's kind of fun too. And for the bottom, I don't know if I should like make that a pit, like a death pit, or I should just fill that. I think I might fill it for the moment, just so that, I don't know, it feels kind of weird that it's just empty. So I'll make a, I don't know which way I should stack these. I think I'll stack these sideways, like that. And we'll put some of these. Oh, I saw the chat move really quick there. Let me check. Fire. Sure. I don't have a fire texture. I don't know. I guess that covers it. Just so it looks like, I don't know. I'll put like a dimly lit sort of crates down there maybe. And if you fall down, I don't know if I could put some kind of rail to kind of get you back up or something. Just so it's like, because it's earlier in the level, I don't want to like punish you that much straight away. Or maybe it opens up an alternate route. I don't know. Could be an idea. We could have like a hole in one of these that leads into something, perhaps. Not sure. But let's move on, because we've spent a little while here. So this, I have no idea how I'm gonna build this one, because this is like, this is all like not coming into alignment. So that's bad. Maybe if I just move these bits down lower, that could help amend it, perhaps. Yeah, I guess that works. So if I just like take this then, so we'll take like that and rotate it like that, so that at least, you know, it lines up with the next area. And I guess we'll just like fill that with something. So yeah, a lot of crates. Crate gang for life. I haven't done the roof. I don't know what the roof's gonna be made of. I think we'll just make it out of crates. Why not? So let's get some of these boys. Boom, there we go. Crates everywhere. And I don't know if I should leave like any open parts. I don't know if it'll make it look cooler, maybe. I don't know, why not? We'll leave like one open bit here maybe, and then we'll like cover it. I don't know if this bit should be open or not. Sure, why not? Let's like create a roof for it or something. I don't know what this is. I'm just like playing around with the crates. So if I like bring that down, is that gonna line up? Oh, that's too, why does that look actually? I wonder. I mean, it's a bit distracting. So maybe if that came, or maybe if I just like made one more of these, eh? And then like walled off the sides. I don't know if that would look kind of neat or not. I don't know. Let's like get the 6-meter ones in. And then maybe a shorter one. Can that actually fit, I wonder? I don't think it will. Nah, there's a gap. Well, we tried. So I don't know how that'll work. Unless I do this. I like move that all back here. I mean that like clips in. That's not very nice. I don't know. I kind of just felt like doing something with that. I don't know if none of it fits really. So that's a bit of a shame. I don't know. I guess we could like have a bit of sunlight in there maybe. I don't know. I just want to see how that looks. Because yeah, having that light there is a bit distracting, so I might make a copy of this, stack that there. We could probably use actual lighting to like make this look better. Or if you're skilled, you go like that. I guess, yeah, having that there's kind of neat. So maybe, yeah, we might do that. And we'll just like cover this with something. Except none of that lines up really. So maybe I like have it cascade, or if that's the, I don't know if that's the right word. Have it slide a bit like on the roof bit, because you're not really, excuse me, you're not gonna really look up here that much. So I guess I can just have it slide up there maybe. And then like for here, I don't know, we like, can I snap that in place? Oh, okay, that does snap. Easy. Why is that popping out? I don't remember doing that. There we go. I wonder if this, could those small ones fit in these gaps now, I wonder. If I, where did I put them? Oh, there's one. Does that fit? No, that won't. It's a bit too wide. Oh well. But I guess we can just like, I don't know, have a bit of natural lighting peeking through some of these bits maybe. I wonder if one more of those will fit. Oh, okay, that works. So let's like play through that. See how that looks. Alright. Oh, you can go outside. Alright, well that's a little problem. I don't know how I'm going to cover those, but it's not terribly important. It's a bit hard to see, but if we get some good lighting and colors in, I think it'll fix it up. But that's kind of cool. So you could go down this way, or I've made kind of another shortcut here where you can sort of go through this way as well. So that's cool. So let's move on. Let's get to the interior here, and let's like take all this. Actually, I'll leave that in for the moment. But we'll rip all this stuff out. So now this needs to be longer. And then I don't know what, I think we'll like put that there maybe. We gotta cover that. Because the stairs I've made are a bit different than the ones I've used here. And I'll show you. So if I like get the stairs, now which one should I use? I think, yeah, because these are gonna be quite wide, and because I've prepared in advance for this sort of scenario. I've got my standard width, which I won't use. I have these other pieces to put on the side, so I'll use those if possible. And for some reason, this isn't snapping too well. So this is, yeah, this might be a bit problematic. If I can like reposition those to actually be on the grid. Yeah, because it's not really worth explaining, but basically all of this isn't quite put in the right spot. But that was for the block out. Now it's coming to bite me in the ass because I didn't clean it up. So that's going to be a little annoying. But we'll make it work somehow, one way or another. So I'll get rid of these. Yeah, I'll get rid of the walls and stuff in the moment. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is gonna work out, but we'll make do somehow. Most importantly, okay, so we've got one side of the stair. We'll get the other side. Put that into position. And then we just put that over as far as we need it to. And then we'll put the middle bits in. Where are the middles? That's not the middle. That's not the middle. That's not the middle. None of these. Oh, yeah, this one. There we go. There we go. Easy. So then I just like duplicate this across and it doesn't stretch. So that, we need to make a few of these, I think. And I think, let me like select all those. Yeah. So I'll make another copy and I'll put those up here. And I don't know if there's a way I can then select those again and make another copy of these. There we go. So I think I can then just copy those up here, I think. Yeah. Somewhere around there. I don't know exactly where that's going to be, but we'll just put it there for the moment. Or we'll put them, yeah, we'll put them like here. So then we need to do another thing. So yeah, actually, I don't know how far that's supposed to, I think that far, I think. Because then, yeah, there we go. Now that like lines up pretty well. And bingo. There we go. So now the rest of this is all out of alignment, but we'll fix that up. Just give me a second. So yeah, like put that there. I don't know how wide to make that. I'll make it that wide, I guess. And I'll add the right material to this too. We'll just use that architectural material for now. Can I like select multiple objects and like just do the materials? I don't know if that actually works. It might work. Oh, it does. Okay, sweet. So now if we come out from there, we'll get into this next little room. And don't worry about that clipping on the stairs. We're going to hide that. But yeah, I have to put the railings in still. That's what I forgot to do. So let's get the railing. I have some railing models here. We'll use this one. So I have some straight railings like this. Which kind of work like that. I don't know if that's actually lined up either. That's going to be a bit irritating. I mean, yeah, that is sort of, yeah. So there's that railing, and then there's this railing that goes upwards. And it's at the same angle as the stairs. So we're going to use that as well. So there we go. I just put one there. And look, see how it stacks beautifully? It's like, it snaps into place. It's real joy in my life. So let's get some of those. Now that other grind rail is not lined up yet, but we'll get to that. Now, got a bit of a problem here. I'll have to like move some of those stairs because the railing is like gonna not line up with those. So I have to move all this back. Or yeah. So let's select those. So yeah, that concrete texture, I reckon like it's sort of how I kind of want it to look, but I want to like do a nice stylized one later. just to like have ground areas, because I reckon if I like come up with some texture that just works for the ground, it should work. So like it should be applicable to most of the game's areas in some way. So that'll be fun to get to work on that. Now I think the height on this is a bit off. I actually can't tell. Or is this like just coming up too far? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess that works. There we go. Thanks, Sfredo07. Thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, then I'm just gonna, we'll get this railing sorted, because that's like the actual grind rail bit, because you can't actually grind on those properly yet. So let me do something about that. Now it's at an angle, which is a bit annoying. So I don't know if I can like reset the rotation. There we go. And then height is going to be a problem. So I got to like set a new thingamabub here. Yeah, that's not going to snap in place. Or is it? Actually, no, does that... I think that fits. Yeah, that's like right on the rail. Epic. So now this is going to get a little wonky, but bear with me here. Because splines are a bit funky in Unreal, if you haven't already noticed. But we need it to be like there. And I'll change like the size of this too, because this is way too thick. So I'll like set the offset value to something else. And thanks... Who we got? Dire Here Wizard. Thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. And I missed out on Thunder113 as well. He followed a while back. I appreciate it. Sfredo asks, how's it going? It be going good, my dude. Making some steady progress here on the level block out. Well, we got the level block out, but we don't have the actual meshes. So I'm working on those at the moment, and it seems to be, so far it's like we've got the first major area kind of done. It's not like colored yet. Some of it's colored, but not all of it. But the meshes are there, and I can just add the materials in later. And we made this little area, so that's fun. So I'm just like getting this grind rail in. Now, with this, oh yeah, did I set the offset? Yeah, I think I did. Pretty sure. Hopefully. I need to set the actual model as well. So I set cable. Now it's going to make it super thin for some reason. That's not as thin as it's supposed to be. So I'll change that to like 1 for the thickness and whatnot. And also change it here. So now I can like make some duplicates of these bits. So if I like alt drag this, I can put it there, which lines up well, but then if I do this, you see it like curves, which is like a bit annoying. So all I have to do, I think, is just shrink that down, and then that should make it straight. Now, this is going to be a bit irritating as well. So maybe I should have like I'll just make all of these bits first, actually. And I don't know if I'm going to have yeah, I might have another bit of railing here, why not? Boom, there we go. So we'll put some of that there. Now, does that line up? I don't know yet. I guess that needs to go back, and then that needs to go around here. That's about right. We'll put those in place in just a sec. So we'll just move like some of these up. I'll turn off. There we go. Turn off local and turn on global movement instead to make this job a bit easier. So yeah, that it's like actually if we grind on that, it might be kind of fun. Whee! Oh, but you get stuck at the end. Oh no, not this again. Alright, well, hopefully if we straighten this rail out, it won't do that. But it is kind of fun to like bend up and down. But if I like just take those corners and shrink them, it should get rid of that weird stuff that's going on. Hopefully. But we'll see. That's too small. God damn it. Scaling's... it's not working. Come on. Work, please. Why is scaling not working? Please work. There we go. Perfect. And that's pretty straight, so let's give that a go. Hopefully it still doesn't bug out. Hey, we got off the rail. Nice. Zoom. Okay, that's way better. There's just this problem, of course, of the gap here. So let's like do something about that, shall we? So I'll copy this. Oh, I want to copy it. I don't want to move it. I want to copy it. There we go. So I think that's about the right height. And yeah, I'll have to like rebuild some of that. Ah, oh, damn it. Oh, okay, it's meant to be that wide. That's why. We'll make that 8 meters because I like even numbers. Or actually, we'll make it 10. Or 12. I don't know. Give it a bit of room. So, there's still that gap. That's a bit irritating. Let me fix that. Much better. Boom. That's, yeah, there we go. There we got something. And I'll like replace the walls because those are like kind of wonky. So let me like get some of those walls in place. So if I just, yeah, I don't know how, I forgot how tall those were now. God damn it. I think they were about like 4 meters? 4 meters I think would be realistic. I don't know. I think it was taller, but it was maybe too tall before. I don't know. So let's like just stick with this size and see what happens. Now that's a little thick, so we'll like thin these walls a bit, and then we'll make like a little doorway. And I don't have a door yet, so I don't know. We'll just like improvise. Well, I guess we don't need a door really. I don't know if I can like. Yeah, that's like an opening, I guess. That could work. And then copy that to here. Now it's gonna like get higher here, so that's gonna be a bit interesting to try and figure out. But the concrete looks kind of nice on this wall, I'd say. Kind of looks soothing. Kind of adds, it gives something, it like allows the models I've made to kind of stand out a bit, I think. Because if you had like some bright yellows in, it'll really work well with that concrete, I think. So that might be a good thing. It surely does look nice with the lighting on it, I'd say. Even if it's not baked yet. But yeah. So I'm not sure what that area is going to be yet. Or how we're going to like resize it all. This little bit here, I think I gotta put a platform in between, because that's like so hard to jump. Because you like jump and then you hit the top of it, so that's a bit irritating. So let's fix that. Let's get one of these babies. And we'll put you here. Or can that be centered? No, it can't. But that's fine. Guess we can make you wider. I don't like stretching things, but I mean, that should at least fix that problem for now. And now I gotta fill in those other walls. Now, yeah, I think with, I can't remember if that just like went straight up. I think it did. Like it just increased in height there. But I think having it like go smoothly up might be cool as well. So what I'll do quickly is get one of the super grid meshes out, if I can find one. I forgot where they were. I think, oh yeah, they're in the supergrid folder, of course. I think it was this one I would use. So I can like use this upside down and kind of create the roof slant a bit. And I think that'll just look kind of nice. So if I like move that into place and put it there and then like scale it to do like that. And make it a bit taller. How much taller does that need to be? I think maybe by this much, and we'll put that texture on it. So I think it goes up that much. I can't remember. I think it does. Because it looks kind of cool, with like the roof just sort of following the ground, kind of. Neon Gregor says, how much longer are you gonna be streaming? Well, how long have I been here now? I think it's been like almost 2 hours, I think, so far. So I'm probably gonna go for another half hour-ish or so. I usually stream for about 2 hours and a half. I think I've actually added, I don't know if this command works. Or I think there's like an overlay that I turned on recently that shows what the uptime is. Because I think a lot of people would type that in the chat and like kind of looked looks silly because there's no bot to answer it. But I think if you click on the stream overlay, there's like an uptime thing. I don't know if it's still there. I think I remember setting it up. But yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Someone had a tip for me that I missed. Control Alt left click. What does that do? Oh, wait. Is that what I think it does? Oh, that's sick. It lets me select things. Thanks so much for that tip. I didn't know how to do this in Unreal. It's epic. Thanks, Kid Alive, for that great piece of advice. So I can like actually use a marquee select now. That's great. Awesome. So, hold on. How am I going to do this? I think I can use the same slope, but if I put it upside down and flip it this way, pretty sure this is like how it works. And then I like do that, and then do that. I don't know if I can close that gap. Yeah, it kind of does work, eh? There we go. It just sticks out a bit. That's a bit annoying. Oh, no, there we go. Perfect. I just need to maybe cover that up. There we go. So yeah, I'll copy. Yeah, that's seamless there. There we go. So I'll copy that over to that side. And then we'll copy a wall. I don't know why those walls are thicker than the other ones. That's another thing too I wasn't quite sure about, because on the outside this doesn't look very good, and I don't know if you will actually see it from the outside in game. I think you could, so I'm not sure if I should like try and build it where the inside, I don't know, because the inside looks fine, it like lines up, but the outside has these bits sticking out. So I'm not sure if I should like try to do it like, you know, where a bit's inside of it to not have that, but I haven't really made a decision on how I'm going to do that yet. But I do need a roof, so I'll put a roof in. And I guess we'll like, I don't know, scale that up so it's like here. So yeah, it's a bit coarse, but I don't know, I'll worry about that a bit later. I just gotta get the interiors looking good first. And why is that sticking out? That's a bit irritating. Huh. Can I get you to not stick out, please? There we go. But now it sticks out there. God, it's frustrating. Can this actually snap? No, it can't. I guess it's sticking out on the outside, it is. That's, well, we'll fix that later. Yeah, so on the interior, it's fine. I guess we just make those ones thicker on the outside, maybe. That'll do it for now. Alright, so now we get up to like the next little room. Let me just think for a sec. Yeah, I gotta replace some of those walls. That's what I was gonna do. Oh, I don't want to delete that one. Not yet. Maybe I leave that open. I don't know. Because that kind of does look kind of sick when, if you like do the shortcut, instead of having like a roof hole, you like jump into like an open window here on this side. I think that might look kind of cooler, because then you can actually see into it rather than seeing into the ground of that area. Like if I bring that back, right? Because if you, yeah, because you just see the ground from there and it looks kind of boring. But if you like, instead of having the skylight, you do something like that, I think that looks way cooler. So we might do that instead. But for now, let's reconstruct this little area. So yeah, this is like kind of one of the more boring bits of the level, because this is just made of concrete, really. My models don't get a chance to show themselves here. Oh, excuse me, I keep burping. God damn it. Oh, I know why the other bit was sticking out earlier. I just figured it out because I had it rotated a different direction. So if I go back there and, well, that does need to be rotated that way, I guess, so I'll leave it. Am I making the warehouse? Yeah, that's the next bit here. This whole bit is like the warehouse that I don't know. They don't have proper names for each section, but this section I just call colloquially, you know, the warehouse bit. And it does have some windows. Like, this is what it looks like from the outside. And that's going to be really fun. So we'll probably like get up to starting that, I'd say, this stream. And I'll work on it throughout the week. So perhaps expect a stream tomorrow. But yeah, because that's going to be fun. Because then there's still the rest. This is like, again, probably the longest level I've made. So it's going to take probably the next week to, or a bit longer maybe, depending on how it goes, to like really flesh it all out. But yeah, so the warehouse is coming next. Currently, this is like the transition into the warehouse from whatever the hell this bit, I don't know, the cargo bay. I don't know, we can call it that. Yeah, sure, I guess. And 2 of the crates disappeared from here. So that's a big no. I don't know where they went. Well, that's better. Yeah, I really like this little area. It looks kind of cozy, right? And you got that shortcut. And then if you go into the warehouse, you're like, look how cool that view is. It's pretty sick. So I'm excited for that. And then if you go the low route, you got this cool little cozy little bit down here. So yeah. Oh, there was a question that I saw here. Do I have any tips for level design block out from what I've learned? I can't really say I do. I'd probably say a good tip is to, like, I guess not be hesitant and to actually just block anything out. Like, don't be afraid of it being garbage, I guess, because you might be able to use it. Because I guess that was one of the reasons I put off doing levels for so long. It was because I was really apprehensive because I didn't feel confident in my ability to build levels. Because I really don't like building levels usually. But I've kind of learned to enjoy it. I'm actually enjoying it a lot more now. And I'd say, yeah, it's just, I guess with competence comes confidence. So I guess that's probably the only advice I can really think to give right now. I'm by no means an expert, so yeah, that's all I can really think of at the top of my head. Hopefully that's helpful. So I don't know how I was going to do this bit. Is that too short? I think it is a bit too short. Or not, I don't know. I don't know if that, like, slope should come higher or not. Like, let me put the roof in so I can actually, like, see what's going on. So I don't know how tall that is. I think yeah. So I think that should do us fine, probably. Well, that's a big light. I could get rid of this now, probably. And I could probably actually, you know, no. I don't want to delete that. Let me get that back and put it down here. There we go. Put them to good use. Now we have some lighting in here now. Yeah, so there was lighting. It was just above the roof, so you couldn't see anything. But that should be a bit better lit now. That looks kind of nice. The reflections are a bit wonky, but that's fine for now. So I guess that's a little transition area. I guess I could like put in some crates and whatnot in this little bit, but we'll do that a little later on. I think for this bit, because this doesn't quite line up that well, does it? I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna, because like it needs to like come forward a bit. So maybe I'll do like a little bridge kind of area. So it's like a bit of a narrower corridor that goes into the warehouse. There's a little something fancy. Because that actually does line up, which is kind of neat. Except it's not a whole number, which is a bit annoying. So I'll see if I can like just take everything here and just shift it across a bit, perhaps. But let me get some walls in. And thanks, Eva Champion, for following. Appreciate it. So let me, yeah, hold on. Is this rotated the right way? No, it's not. So let me like put this in place. There we go. Wait, where does that end? Oh, that ends up here. There we go. So yeah, this does not at all line up, but I'm gonna like kind of shift all this across because, yeah, I didn't really do the block out to scale that well. Like, all of it isn't on the grid. It's like off grid. Well, it's a weird, probably not the most descriptive way of saying it. I guess what I'm trying to say is it doesn't line up with the in-level grid. You know, like this grid that's on the ground, like this grid? It doesn't line up to it. It's like off by a few centimeters. So it kind of throws it off a bit, which is why none of this is lining up. But I think I did, at the time I saw that and I was like, oh, I'll fix it later. And now here I am. Future Ray has arrived and he is not happy. So, oh well. I wonder if I can like just use that and put that here. Here we go. So now we got a cool little corridor thingamabob. And Mr. Mulch, thanks for following. I recognize some of these names. Are you guys unfollowing and refollowing? Because I swear I recognize these names. I swear to God. Got some refollows here. I don't know if I'm just going crazy, but I swear, Mr. Malt, I've seen your name. I know I have. Eva Champion, I've seen like a variant of your name. I feel like I would have seen them somewhere. They look familiar. Here from the Discord. Okay, that might have been where I saw it from. But if I catch any of you guys refollowing, it'll be a big trouble, because I won't have to read your name twice, because I'm already bad enough at pronouncing them. Don't want more embarrassment. Eva Champion is 20 different clones. Well, that wouldn't surprise me. I'd actually, if there are any clones in the chat, I'd like to ask you about Camino. I've always wanted to visit Camino, but I'm not a clone, so I don't get to go there. And I'm not Master Cypher DS, so I don't have any business there. But if any of you cloners out there have been through the Camino system, see, I've been trying to find it, right? But it's not on any of the Jedi archives. And I was like, hold up. Well, maybe the archives aren't finished. But according to everyone I talk to, they don't exist. But I know that the clones are out there, like the people on this chat right now. So you secret clones. So I want to know what it was like over in Camino. For anyone that didn't watch Star Wars, it probably made no sense. But I think I might have said this before once, but every time it rains, I just have like the Camino soundtrack play in my head, because it's like a really rainy planet. I'll link it in the chat if you guys. If it's raining, it's not raining where I am, but if it's raining where you are, I'll send you some feel-good music for the rain in the chat. I just gotta find the. I can't play it on stream, but I can link it where you guys can play it on your own computers. I think I can't find the damn music. Yeah, here we go. Found it. Boom. So if it's raining where you are, put this on. It'll make you feel like good vibes. I can pronounce Commander. Hey, shut up. I can do it. It's just spelt weirdly. So it looks like... How did I pronounce it? I just said a Commander. That's what it looks like to me. Did I pronounce it something else when I read it the first time? If I did, gosh, I'd feel really stupid. Oh, Neon Gregor, it's raining where you are. Yeah, dude, you gotta put on the Camino soundtrack, my man. You gotta put up your hood, because it feels even better when you do it. You put up your hood, you go outside and you get your Apple AirPods or whatever the hell you kids have nowadays, and you blast that damn Camino music. And then it feels like you're on an important mission to review the clone's progress or whatever the hell. Actually, no, Obi-Wan didn't know what he was doing there when he arrived, did he? That he like kind of just like went along with it, right? It's like, oh, I'm sure you're here to check up on the clones. And he's like, oh, yes, that's why I'm here. So... if that's ever your situation and it also happens to be raining, then that music is the perfect vibe. Alright, so I forgot what I was going to do here next. Oh yeah, I was going to build the warehouse exterior. So yeah, I'm not sure how this will work out exactly. Yeah, because I'm going to have to like basically rebuild that whole bit, because these crates are not to scale. The actual crates are way shorter. So this kind of is like, this is all going. I'm gonna have to like replace all that with the new meshes. And I probably won't be able to overlap them either. So let's just like start building the first wall, I guess. So let's get a wall up here. And I've just lost it. There we go. So we'll get rid of that. And we'll make like a window on here so you can like jump in. Oh, Eva Champion's in Iceland. My man. Never been to Iceland. I can't remember if like which one is like the really sparsely populated one. I can't remember if it's Greenland or Iceland. Because I was watching, what was I watching? Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I think it's filmed in both Greenland and Iceland. I can't remember. But whatever that town he visited that had like 6 people, that's like, if I ever retire, when I'm like 60 or whatever, that's where I want to go. Just like a town that has 2 rental cars and has 6 inhabitants, and then like a load of cool mountains. So I don't know if that's like Iceland or Greenland, whatever that town was. I think because he visits both in the movie, but whatever the one that had like the pub where there was like 2 people there. I can't remember which country that was now, because then there's the other one that has the volcano that erupts, and then I don't know. All I know is that I think after he does the pub, he gets on the helicopter, and then after the helicopter, he then does the skateboarding scene, which was really epic. I think that was in the next country. I don't think that was in the same. I can't remember now. I don't know. I'm like I never leave the house, so I don't know my geometry or I say geometry, geography. God damn. See, I haven't forgot geography exists. I just think of geometry now because I'm always in my damn editor. But yeah, no. I'll have to like look that one up. Mountains, that's Iceland. Volcano, that's also Iceland. Okay, so I guess it was Iceland. Sick. You boys from Iceland better correct me on that. I don't want to like have anyone quoting me on, oh, Raymond said that it was in Greenland. Lol, because I don't know what it was. Alright, let me think about what I'm actually doing here. I've completely forgot. This isn't snapping anymore, I'm annoyed. So that should like, yeah, I'm really frustrated by that. See how that's overlapping? That shouldn't be overlapping, because that's stupid. I don't know why it's oh, it's because I had it scaled that way. There we go. Alright, well that's fixed. Let me think. I probably should scale this back, because then I can just do a thing where I like fill the wall in. So yeah, I'm gonna like quickly just shrink those back a bit, and then cover that with wall, I think. Except that's, oh, it's scaled back a bit too much. And that's just right. There we go. And that's clipping, god damn it. God damn it, why is that doing that? That's annoying. Can it just like stay on the right grid coordinates and not like shift around? That'd be epic. See, that's more like it. I don't know if you guys... Oh no, there's a gap there now, god damn. Is that overlapping? I think that's... No, that's not overlapping. Okay, that's not overlapping, we did it, hooray. A friend of yours took a whole year to figure out what commander meant. Maybe it means something else, and maybe I don't know what it means. Maybe I'm like your friend, I don't know. If it means just commander, then I guess I'm a genius then, and I've cracked it, but I don't know. I don't know, people tend to have really interesting stories behind their usernames. I don't. Mine's like just it's like a recommended Google thing, I think, that I used to use. And because it's like super edgy and cringe, it kind of, well, it's super edgy and cringe, but my need for consistency is stronger than my need to be respectable. So I'm kind of stuck with like this cringe username, but I think it's fine because at least I get to have the same one on every platform, like PSN and Xbox and that, because literally no one else would ever have it. And I don't need to put numbers on it or anything. And that's like another thing that kind of ticks my gears a bit, where it's like your name's taken, so you have to put like a 13 at the end of it or something, or a 01. That's never fun. It's Newt says my username's pretty boring since I misspelled the word I heard in a movie. Naught. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct. I haven't actually heard naught used in a sentence before. What are you southerners up to? Are there any southerners here? I think all the southerners are asleep. I don't know if you're talking about like southern hemispheres or southerners from the States, like in Texas. What time is it in Texas right now? It's like 6 in the morning. No gamers are gonna be awake at... That's not... Is that really... That's not quite the South. I mean, it sort of is, I guess. When I think the South, I think Virginia, which is like 7 in the morning. So I don't know what the Southerners there are doing. But if they woke up that early to watch my stream, good on them. As for the south of the wall, okay, I don't know what wall that is. I haven't been to the south. I don't know where I am compared to what wall. I'm in the southern hemisphere, so I can answer for the southerners in the hemisphere category. In the southern hemisphere, things are going not bad. At least for now. Commander literally needs command. Okay, good. I cracked it, guys. I figured it out. I know what his username means. It's just spelt in like a cool robot sort of way. Like I can imagine like a logo with really bold text with that word on it. Look kind of sick. And I don't know why I'm making this that big. Hold on, let me like stretch this out. Actually, let me make a floor that's like not this one, because that's like kind of misaligned. Give me a second. I think, yeah. So I forgot how big that's actually supposed to be. I think it's like, what? I should have maybe not deleted that floor from earlier. How big was that? 40. Okay, 40 meters. So we'll do that. We'll do 40 by... Whoa. Oh, I locked the scale. That's bad. I don't want to do that. There we go. So if I just like put this off to the side here. There we go. So that's how wide it needs to be. That checkpoint is in a really annoying spot there. So let me relocate that somewhere else. I'll just put it there for now. I'm just finishing reading that Commander chat because I like kind of distracted myself mid-sentence there. From the Atlantis movie. I've never seen that movie. I have no idea what it's about, but cool. The old woman kept saying Commander. It's interesting. I guess repetition is the key to... Well, isn't that like a thing? I don't know. There's like a saying about repetition. Where it's like if you want someone to believe something, just repeat it over and over. So I guess that like made you think, I am the Commander, and you started believing it. And then you called yourself Commander. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the tragic backstory of Commander that you probably didn't ask for. But there you go. Oh, I got so... Yeah, I'd imagine most people here are in the EU gang. I'm in the AU gang, so I'm like... I don't have any favoritism towards either of the gang. I suppose US gang, actually, because I do more streams in US time. Because it's like midday where I am. And I just happen to have done more streams for them. So I'm very sorry, EU gang. But here we are now, spending our time together. You guys get some special quality time for your European time zone. You're welcome. And it's actually been kind of nice, like, trying to do 2 times. Because they both work for me, which is great. I guess that's the real... I guess when you're AU gang, you're in both gang. You're in EU and US gang. Because you've got, like... I don't know. I'm trying to think of a... Well, I guess it's, like, country-wise, it's kind of similar to America-ish. I don't know, like, in a very superficial sense. And then it's got the same kind of flag as the UK with the Union Jack. So, both hybrid gang. I guess. Australia, yeah, AU, Australia. A lot of people think I'm from Canada for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because of my accent, even though I've grown up here my whole life. So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of like was thinking to just... I guess people did guess it, right? But I was like wondering how long I could keep it a secret of where I was from. And see, like, just to screw around with people sort of thing. Okay, that needs to be a bit shorter, this. You sound English, mate. Really? That's funny. Everyone says I sound like different things. I don't know who's saying I sound what. I don't know if the English people think I sound English, or it's the non-English people that think I sound English. I don't know. Where are you from, Dark you Adam? Are you one of the... Are you the EU gang or the US gang? Because I think the US gang thinks I sound American. I think. But I don't know if... I don't know how it works. I don't know if being from somewhere inclines you to project that accent onto somebody, or if it's the other way around, where because you're not familiar with it, you attribute it incorrectly to a different accent. I don't know. Oh, EU. Okay. So maybe if that's correct, then I'd have to formulate that people. Okay, so I guess it's like if I'm from somewhere that you're from, or no, if you're from the EU, then my voice sounds European. But if you're from America, my accent sounds American. I think that's how it is. I think if the information I have is accurate. But that's kind of funny. I guess I'm like I'm a nationality fluid or whatever. I can be from anywhere you want. Today I feel like I'm from the US. Oh, we got a follow from Smug with a, is that an L or an exclamation point? I think that's an L. Smuggle has followed. Thanks so much. Australian accent is just real fast. I don't know. There's different types of Australian accents I found. There's like the broad Australian accent that is kind of not as noticeable, I don't think. It kind of sounds more English, I think. And it's kind of close to what I have, but I think mine's a bit different. And then there's the bogan Australian accent, which everyone kind of knows Australia for. With the, oi mate, let's head down to the, let's get some shrimp on the barbie. God damn it, it's so cringy. God damn, I thought I'd hear myself say that on stream. No one says that, by the way. None of us say shrimp on the barbie, for Christ's sake. I actually don't know what we say, because I don't have barbecues ever, but we don't say on the barbie, I'm pretty sure. I actually don't know what we do say, though, but I know it's not that, because I've never heard that in my life, except from Americans. So, oi is used a lot, as you probably saw with a previous stream. I think it was the one where my brother barged into my room telling me to check my chat messages. That was a very, I think he's got a more of an Australian accent than I do, because he leaves the house and talks to Australians and I don't. But it's like the oi, check your damn chat. That's like the broader Australian accent, I think. And then like the bogan one's a bit more extreme, kind of like what you'd see in like Michael Cursak's animations. And that one's the funniest. It's the most entertaining, because you think that's a caricature, but it's actually real. Like if you go to the right place in Australia, you'll find that voice, and it's just actually hilarious. I noticed it's particularly prominent in the Central Coast. I went on a holiday there for a weekend once, and just about everyone I talked to had that very bogan, like stereotype voice, and I was like, this can't be real, no way. But that's how they talk, and it's just funny. It's all like, you know, or cheers, love. Here's your Mars bar. That'll be $2.50, something like that. I don't know. I haven't done an impersonation of it in a while, so I could be a bit rusty. I'm just thinking how big this window should be, because I wanted to make a cool window. Neon Gregory says, so at Raymond, you're an introvert. Yes, I guess. I think people have sort of been like challenging those definitions lately, it seems. There's been some people I've been talking to who kind of believe that they're both, but I think it's not that you're either one or the other or both. I think it's like a spectrum of introvertedness to extroversion. And I'd say I'm kind of, I don't know. I would like to say I'm kind of really far on the introvert end, but I think after doing YouTube and teaching for so long, I'm kind of sort of brought myself closer to the middle. So I don't know, like I did one of those just for fun. I know it's not like a legit test or anything, but I did one of those like Myers-Briggs tests, like just a free online one, I was just curious. I was like, I wonder how I fit into this thing. I think it was Myers-Briggs. Oh no, sorry, no, not Myers-Briggs. The other one, Big Five, that one, because that has an extroversion scale, and I think I was about halfway. And I was like, no way I'm halfway, because I don't feel like I'm halfway. But I think when I go into YouTube mode, I kind of get my extroversion enabled, or I don't know, it just kind of turns on. So I don't know, I don't know. But I would say I'm kind of more comfortable talking to large groups than small groups. Actually, I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I kind of have gotten a bit used to doing both a bit, I guess. Secretly, AvGML says secretly hopes this pandemic continues for a bit longer due to being an introvert. Yeah, me too. It's actually, it's been kind of, I don't know, it's been a bit irritating for me actually, because everyone's out there going, oh my god, staying inside's so hard. And I'm like, it's not. It's literally like my life. And they all, well, it's kind of funny because then they kind of develop a newfound appreciation for introverts, I think. Because like, like some of like my parents were like, Jesus, how do you do that? How do you use the computer for 6 hours straight? And I'm like, I don't know, you just do it. Like, you just do it. I don't know, what do you, because they can't do it because it's like painful for them. Like they can't sit down that long, and it's kind of funny to hear them to hear the woes of that when it's like, it's kind of like that moment where it's like, ah, yes, the moment I've been training for my whole life has arrived, and you just are more prepared than anybody. While you were out, doing drugs, I was studying the computer. While you were engaging in temporary pleasure, I was studying the blade. And now the pandemic has arisen. You have the audacity to come to me for help. That's sort of how it feels a bit, I think, if you were to stretch it. But it's just kind of funny, I think. They don't appreciate our lifestyles, says Av. Yeah, I mean, I guess. What I really don't get is, people who... I guess, hold on, let me think about that for a sec. Because, like, our generation, which I don't know broadly, like, I'm in, like, my early 20s, so... whatever that generation is, which I imagine a lot of you watching are probably around that age. I think I expected more people to be into computers, but everyone I went to high school with, I don't really talk to them much, but I think I was like visiting. I was a primary school friend, I think, and he doesn't actually have like a dedicated computer. I was like, you serious? I was like, what do you do for fun? And he doesn't like have any video games. I'm like, how can you be male in your early 20s and not be a gamer? I just don't get it, because that's kind of like the majority now, I'd say, at least from what I've seen. And a lot of my high school friends still just have like, they don't really have any, they don't have any consoles, or they just have like a school laptop that they got for free in year 9. And that's what they're using as the main thing, and they like hardly use it. So I don't know what they do. Like, I just don't understand life without computers. So I always found it quite weird. I'm like the only one of my friends with an actual desktop. Actually, no, that's not accurate. Some of the friends I made later have desktops, but a lot of my earlier friends, not really. So I just kind of found that, I mean, I guess for the time, I shouldn't be that surprised really, because none of them were really into gaming that much, if I remember. I'm probably misremembering them being more into it than I thought. So that could be why, but that's just interesting. I thought there'd be more gamers, I suppose, from people I know at least. Like, again, I don't know that many people, so that could be why. Now, I don't know, I've just been like sitting here looking at this damn window for the past 20 minutes. I don't know if that's too big. I think it's too big. It feels too big. I'm gonna like make this smaller. But how much smaller? I don't know. I don't know if like that's a... Oh, I fell to my death. No. There we go. I don't know if that's like too wide. I can make some crates for you to climb up, perhaps. Yeah, I guess that looks kind of cool, because you get a cool little view. Let's see how it looks like from up there. Wait, yeah, all right. So if I go here, yeah, I'll make it a bit higher, a bit taller. Oh god, sorry, my eyes are just a bit tired. Keep scratching them. Yeah. Breaking glass would be cool, but I don't have a... I'll add that in later. I think someone had, like ages ago, I think people were suggesting like breakable platforms, which I also want to pull off at some point. But for now, we'll just like work with what we have, and then we'll start adding some more fancy stuff a bit later. So, hold on a minute. This needs to be a bit shorter, I think. And then, yeah, we'll add some... Where are my crates? Where are they? Industrial crates. Yeah, this one. That's the one. Look at that. Times New Roman preview. Hell yeah. That'll go away soon, don't worry. So if I just like put like 3 of them, I think 3 looks pretty okay. Maybe if they just shift it over a bit. I can't get them centered, god damn it. Oh well. That's fine, I guess. Now that red line is a checkpoint, by the way. That's just it sticking out, so don't pay that any mind. I'll probably have to do something about that, but it's a problem for future me. Now, let me copy let's do the roof. We'll sort that out now. Because it's going to be like that size. But yeah, it's like not quite lined up 1-to-1, right? So let's sort that out. I think that needs to be that big. I don't know. Yeah, I'd say about that big. Now, this is gonna look super glitchy, but just try and ignore the flickering at the moment. Just pretend it's not there for now. I just want to like get this roughly lined up before I delete this other area. So just like use your imagination. Pretend that there's no Z fighting in the scene. It does not exist. It's a figment of your imagination. But you can see that these grey ones are lined up to the grid and the blue ones aren't, and it's off by like 20 centimeters. So that's why I'm rebuilding them, because it's, yeah. Because I was going to fix it, but then I didn't, and now here I am trying to fix it. So, these need to be a bit longer, don't they? Yeah, there we go. How much longer though? I think, no, that's a bit, is that too long? Oh, I think that's perfect. Oh no, there's a bit of a gap, Boom, perfect. Okay, now we do those in-between bits. Or, actually no, this could be longer too. I can just do it like this. There we go. So yeah, if I guess like to explain to people who've never seen this before, because I'm sure most of you have, but for those who haven't, Z fighting, which is what this is, where it looks like two surfaces are fighting for attention, is when you have two surfaces at the exact same position on a certain axis. In this case, the Z axis, which is the up and down. And because they're at the exact same point, they just fight between each other, and it's kind of amusing. But if I move that up, you see it goes away. But I just need it there for reference, so the suffering will end soon. The pain will end. I just need to use them as reference to line these up. But no, this is just as irritating to me as it is to you. Don't worry. Except, I didn't scale that to the right size, did I? I thought I did. Oh no, I did. It's just like, for some reason, it's like not showing. Oh wait, hold up. What's the hell is that? Oh, wait, there's two of these? Oh no, that's not good. God. So, was this Z fighting the whole time and I didn't notice? Yikes. Oh, I must have scaled the wrong one. Yeah, okay. That works. Okie doke. Let's, how am I going to do that? I think that goes there and that goes there. And that needs to be longer. So yeah, don't worry guys. Pain and suffering will end. Oh, wow, yeah, Jesus. This is like getting a bit intense here. I think I should just be able to click on them and... Yeah, okay, we'll get rid of some of these now. Okay. Oh, what did I just get rid of? I think I deleted something important just then, I think. Oh, well, I can just remake. Oh, no, damn it. Yeah, this is a bit harder than it looks, actually. I keep deleting the wrong damn one. Alright, I think... God damn it. Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go, and there we go. And I might leave that middle one there for reference, because I forgot to do the middle one. There we go. Alright. Now there's just that side, and we can just copy this side over. Boom. There we go. And the roof is done. Except we don't have the walls yet. I should do the walls too, probably. Let's do them. So if I like move that back here, and I need to scale it a bit as well. So I don't know how far that's meant to come, actually. Oh, it'll go here. There we go. And thanks, Jiko Nice, for the follow. I am again very sorry about butchering the pronunciation of these names. It feels like I need to learn how to speak internet, I suppose. It's kind of funny. I don't think a lot of people think about... I certainly didn't when I made my username, but I don't think many people think about how would someone pronounce this phonetically. I mean, I guess you're not really incentivized to, but it is kind of funny when you have to read them out. Especially something like, you know, XX COD Slayer 27XX or whatever. Those ones. Alright, so I've got the walls and floor and roof in, which is like the main fundamentals. Now I just gotta like replace all these with actual crates now, and that's gonna be... Well, it's 9:30, so I should probably leave it there, I'd say, before I go overtime. But yeah, no, so far we got some good progress. We got kind of like the first, I'd say 20% of the level, I want to say, like that, we got that sort of finished. So we'll play it from the start. I'm just going to run back here, right? So we'll play from the beginning of how the level looks so far. We got like this starting bit, which I don't know what this is yet, but we got some planks you slide down, we got some crates, and more untextured crates, which we will get around to later. And we got that shortcut now, which looks a bit better, but let's take the long way so we can see what's down here. We got these railings, which looks kind of sick. I think if I put the colors and lights in, this will look a lot better, because this is really hard to navigate, because it's just all one color, but I'll fix that up. You can go in here, and then you can go up here. This actually turned out kind of nice, this area. This little concrete area. I like how it turned out. And then up probably tomorrow-ish, maybe? I don't know yet, haven't decided. Maybe a US gang stream, or I don't know. But I know that I do need to replace all of these with crates, so stick around, follow the channel, and you'll get notified, because I actually don't really have a stream schedule, because it's just sort of like, when there's work to be done, there is a stream, sometimes. So that's my stream schedule summed up in a sentence. So if you don't want to miss the next stream, be sure to follow the channel, and you'll get notified. Or join the Discord as well. If you want to get the Discord notification, gang, you can join the Discord, and I'll put a notification up there. But yeah, no, so far so good. I mean, I know it looks kind of plain right now because they're all white, but if you know, mix and match some of the colors around, I think we'll have something. For those that didn't see the beginning of the stream, I'll go back to the other map that I had open to show you all of the assets sort of laid out. I'll just like save my changes to this, and we'll go to my example map, because I have all of the models actually in this scene just as a test. And I could show you guys how that looks if you didn't get the beginning of the stream, which was like 2 hours ago, I think. So, let me maximize that. So yeah, here's the other rest of the models that I should use these roadblocks actually. That would have been a cool, I gotta use those somewhere. And those crates. So I've got some of the crates in, we got the stairs, the planks, and then we got the crates themselves. This is what they look like colored. So if you imagine the map we had open just then, but with these colored crates instead, I think it'll look really, really cool. And these have interiors as well. Very cool. And I got a highlight message. Are you working on the crane part in the stream? Oh, well, if I just turn my camera, that'll answer the question. Boom. I have actually finished the crane earlier today. And that's how it looks at the moment. It doesn't have final textures on it, but it's been UV mapped. It has some basic textures on it, and it's like good enough. Like from the distance you're gonna look at it from, I think it's passable. So yeah, so that's how the crane turned out. I kind of just finished that off stream because it was kind of boring. And I was really sick and tired of working on the models. I just wanted to get to the building bits. So yeah, nice job, King. You dropped this. Oh, thank you. I gotta get myself a crown maybe as like a prop, but I don't think I deserve it yet. I haven't finished the game yet, guys. So maybe after the game's out, we'll see. But yeah, no. So there's the crane. There's all the rest of the models too. Like they're all here. We got everything. So yeah, once I add in like the materials to the other map and everything, I think we should get something kind of neat. That at least would somewhat resemble the concept art. So here's some of it, by the way. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited to get that finished. Here's some of the reference images I took as well. So I reckon that first image is kind of the big influence there. That's sort of like how it's gonna probably look. So yeah, if there's any questions people want to ask me before I head off. I always do that at the end. It's like a nice little way to wrap things up. What's the story for the game? I don't know yet. I don't want to say anything about the story yet, because I don't know what it is, and if I do share any ideas, they're either going to get ripped off, or like people are going to hold me accountable to them even if I change them. So I'd rather not say anything about it yet. I've been like thinking about it in the back of my mind, but it's been like the lowest priority at the moment. To me, the big priority is playable demo that looks presentable, and then people look at it and go, hey, that looks like a video game, instead of, hey, that looks like a sandbox or a prototype. So that's like my current goal. And I don't really need a story yet for doing that. So I just want to make a fun level that looks really pretty. And then build the story from that. And I just noticed that her foot... Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, because if I stand on the corner, her foot goes through the crate, so that's kind of funny. But if you stand on top of it, it's fine. Sort of, at least. The feet kind of do clip through the ground a bit, actually. Oh, well. Not a huge problem. How does Gab wear glasses? That's one I've been getting a lot recently, and I don't know. I don't know if cats need to. Actually, no, wait. I did answer this. I'll show you guys an image that will answer this precisely. Let me get my Google open. I just gotta remember how to spell. I'm really bad at spelling at the moment. But I figured out how she'll wear glasses. I just gotta find a good picture. Yeah. Like this. This is how she wears them. Boom. So that's how Gabby wears glasses. She's actually not a cat, but she is an agent of the Matrix. But yeah, so that's like how she wears glasses. How does she wear a COVID mask is something else I've been getting asked, and I don't know. Because COVID does not exist in the Project Feline universe, and perhaps Gabby is immune, I would say, due to her really weird combination of genetics. So I'm not sure if she would ever need to wear a mask. But if she was to wear a mask to cover her face, it would most likely be a scarf that she just wraps around her head, like a bandana or something, I'd imagine. I'd say that could do the job of a mask. People do it all the time. Let me search bandana mask and see what comes up. Because I'm sure people have done it before, right? Like, yeah, like that. Well, that's a bit much, but like that sort of thing. That's how she could wear it, because she could wrap it around her head. So, yeah, if it works for humans, even without our ears, because these don't rely on our ears, by the way. So if it works for us, it should work for Gabby as well, I think. Except, yeah, this is huge. It looks like a napkin. It doesn't really look like a scarf. It kind of just looks like, you know, you took a napkin from a restaurant and just tied it around your face. But yeah, I guess that's how she'd wear it. Because that works, I guess. See, look, it's going below the ears, so perfect. So hopefully that's cleared that up. Again, though, COVID does not exist in the world of Project Feline. There's probably other stuff out there, though, that, like other diseases. I feel like it'd be a bit insensitive to put a reference to COVID in my game, so I'm not going to go near that territory. There's some other questions here. The cat tricks, lol. Perhaps. Gotta rewatch The Matrix again. Actually, I haven't seen the third Matrix film ever. I've seen the first two. I didn't really like the second one, but I remember it vaguely. The first one I've watched heaps, but I haven't watched the third one ever, so I probably should do that at some point. Do I look at fan art? Yes, I look at fan art because I think it's incredible. People submit some really cool stuff. I always try to feature them in my videos. But sometimes there's like too many, so I have to, yeah, I've been trying to think about the format of that, because I'm not sure if people actually watch all of that segment, because it takes like 6 or so seconds to show it all. So I don't know if I like would have to change the end segment to just feature one bit of fan art instead of like 5 or 10 in one video. So I'm not sure how that's going to happen yet, because I think most YouTubers just show one. That's like their favorite one. So I'm not sure how I haven't decided yet if I'm going to change that, but I've been getting some really good ones. I still can't pick a favorite. They all have their different, people kind of bring their own flavor to it. And it's quite interesting to see how different people see the character. Let me like quickly, I have like a very mock-up sort of gallery of the fan art on the website. This hasn't been updated in a few months though, mind you. But it's like it's the only place you can really see them all at once, at least as recently as like March, I think. There's been a lot more since then, but if I keep clicking load more, and if you guys want to look at this as well, it's over at this website. Actually, it is linked down below as well, so if you guys want to like check that out. But yeah, this is a lot of the fan art from like last year, I think. Again, this isn't all of it, but this is like most of it from last year, but there's like been more this year that I have to put in this. But yeah, no, it's interesting the kind of flavors that people bring, because like I barely said anything about this character, but it seems like a lot of people already have kind of interpretations of how she is, which is quite interesting. I don't know if there's any like particular examples I can point out, but some of them are like really, like Neko-ish? No, that's not the word. Like, what is the name of those like really chibi? That's it. The big head sort of thing. Like some people have that kind of look to it, and it's really cute. Some people have like a more adult, like grown up, serious looking interpretation, like kind of like this, but this is still kind of youthful. There was a recent one. I don't know if I can find it somewhere. Let me like dig that up. It's in my fan art section. I have like so if you guys want to like submit fan art, head over to the Discord, link down below. But some people have done some ones lately that, I'll see if I can scroll through a few of these. Like, yeah, some of them are very like youthful, which is cool, and some of them are also quite, like this one, this is like one of my favorite ones, I think, because it's just shaded so well. But I'd say that looks about kind of what I pictured, I'd say. There's other ones though that make her look a lot older, which is quite interesting. Because I don't think I've ever actually said how old she is, and I kind of don't really know yet. But because yeah, it could change. Like if I say it now, and if I do change it later, I kind of don't want there to be like outdated info out there, because there might be an important reason later why I might need to set it a certain age, and I don't know. Like again, I don't know yet. It's like I want to figure out the story and then like make a definitive decision on the age, but definitely like young. Because I kind of want that to be a theme if possible, but I haven't explored it enough to really have any specific reasoning or details yet. But there was one recently that I'm trying to find that was like kind of interesting. Yeah, this one, because in this one she looks a bit older. She looks like probably in her 20s, and I thought it was pretty neat. Like the drawing's just amazing. It's got these very sharp angles that I thought was cool. But a lot of people tend to draw her with like more rounded features as well. This one I haven't actually seen. I missed this one. This is adorable. Oh, that's cute. Then there's like some of these other ones that look a bit more kid-like. There's the hoodie as well. That's like a fan favorite that I drew once, and then everyone like fell in love with it. So I still haven't quite settled on a design for it, because there's different variants. There's versions with and without a zip. The lines on the sleeves with like different thicknesses, and I haven't quite made up my mind what I want it to be yet. Some of these are really cool. Like this one I really liked. Had very good lighting. This one was interesting. She's got like browner hair in this one, but it was like of the earphones that I designed. Then there was like this is funny. Some people started doing like logos. I think there was another one up here that someone made. I don't know. Oh, maybe it wasn't in fan art. It was like in another thing. But someone did like the Metal Gear Solid logo, but with Project Feline. I thought that was pretty humorous. This one was cool, but whoever uploaded it, it was so small. Like that's how big the image is. And I'm like, well, I can't put that on my video because it's gonna be so blurry. So I'm like, whoever made this one, upload the full size. Come on. But it's cool though. Cool little Gavi with her crates and her cranes. But this is so tiny. Who works at a canvas this size? Nah, but it's good though. The clouds were really cool. I just wish I could see them up close, you know? This one was interesting. There's like a more fantasy style one. I did a similar kind of drawing a few months ago. Oh no, it was way more than a few months ago now. It's for Halloween. I forgot that we're in August. Jesus, where did the year go? I think it's on my DeviantArt. I have to have a look for it. I did like a little sketch. I don't know if did I delete it? I don't know if it's still up here or not. Let me check my gallery. I don't know if it'll be in here somewhere. Or no, because I recently went through and organized this and turned them into categories. So I think it might be in character designs. Yeah, there we go. I did like a huntress drawing because it was like Halloween. And there was all these kids out the front of my street with their costumes. And I was like, well, I'm a bit too old for trick-or-treating, but... And I know I've been trick-or-treating, by the way. I never did it as a kid. But I kind of just wanted to make something spooky. And I had like an idea of like what would Gabby wear as a Halloween costume. And I just thought of this. So that kind of reminded me of like with this drawing. It has a similar kind of vibe to it. But yeah, no, but the fan art's been really cool though. I remember getting it very early in the games. Like I think it was after like my second or third video, people started doing fan art for it, and I was like, wow, that's like crazy that people are already doing that, and the game isn't even finished. So it's really humbling, or I guess like it feels really special. And I appreciate it because it sort of tells me that people are interested in the game, which is cool. And this is like my favorite character to draw because it's my character, of course, but I'm kind of happy to see that other people are like, it's such a weird feeling. I've kind of gotten used to it now, but I remember like the first few fan art pieces I got, it was so weird, like in a good way. It was like really touching and like fuzzy seeing other people draw this character that I was really precious about. Because, you know, I've like been drawing this character for like 10 years now or something like that. That's my favorites. Where's my actual gallery of stuff? Because a lot of the drawings I do are of this character. And yeah, it was really interesting to see, like, I never thought in a million years anyone else would draw her. So it felt kind of special, you know? I don't know if any of you guys have had that happen before, but it definitely feels like cool, you know? But yeah. Did you see mine, guys? Oh, jeez. Neon Gregory, which one did you do? Did I not scroll through them? Was it on the Discord or was it on the website? I probably would have shown it though, I think. How accurate are the fan arts on average? In terms of personality. Oh, that's an interesting one. Well, that's hard to say. I feel like sometimes the drawing kind of influenced my decision about the personality. Sometimes. But it's hard to say. Because it's kind of in flux all the time, really. Because her personality is going to depend a lot on what it needs to be for the story. Because I don't just want to arbitrarily make a decision on what the personality is. Or maybe that is a good idea. I don't know. But she's been through different phases, I guess, over the years. Like, coming up with her back in 2009, I think that's like when I first ideated the character. She used to be kind of like a lot more reserved, I'd say. But after doing the promo art, like this drawing up here, I think she kind of came off as a bit more cheerful. And I mean, I guess she was always cheerful, but she is a bit more confident, I'd say. So I'm not quite sure exactly what it is yet. But some of these do, like, I don't know, yeah. Some of this has influenced it a bit, I'd say. Which is kind of interesting, because it's kind of, I don't know, it's a weird little process that, I guess. But, usually I usually pay attention to the armor, usually, because I know people tend to always get it wrong, and it's funny. Because I have, like, different concepts of the armor from a few months ago and stuff, and I, like, changed it during the production of the model. And some people have caught on to it, and some people haven't, and it's just funny to kind of see who has and who hasn't. Like, this one... I don't know who did this one, but that has the right, it looks like the right armor at least. But then there's ones from earlier, which understandably don't, because I didn't have the armor. Like, this one is technically, that's the older design, but that's what it was back when this was drawn, so that I'll give that a pass. I think this one was I really like this one, but it's got like a mix of the new and old armor. I think, no, that was like a second stage I had, but that was also true at the time that he would have drawn this, so... yeah, it's hard to say. Some of them just do their own designs. Like, this one was kind of cool. It's like a very minimal looking one. And I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty neat. Then there's like people who do like their own armor concepts. There was one in here that had that. I can't remember where. I think this one, yeah, some guy did this that was like a completely different armor concept. And then there's like... Some of them, yeah, usually like they try to avoid the detail on it because I understand it's like a pain in the ass. I don't know how I modeled it without like wanting to kill myself at the end. But yeah, it wasn't easy. This one was quite cool. Someone like did their own little version of the armor, but this would have been so complicated to do. So I was like, cool, but yeah, I'm probably not going to use it because like there's too many straps, and it's like I don't want to have to model all those straps. You know, but it was cool. It was really sleek. Aang vibes from Avatar. I should probably watch that actually because I haven't never watched Avatar, but I feel like from what I've seen of the character, he looks kind of like boyish and naive, which might be kind of interesting to play with. Maybe, what time is it? Oh, it's like almost 10 o'clock. I was thinking, you know what would have been cool if I like just did some sketching while I talked, but I should probably like start heading off soon, I think. But yeah, that's like, I guess, so I gotta update this gallery. I should maybe just make a web page where you submit it and it just shows it on a page. That might be a bit better, because having to scroll through my Discord is a bit... Oh yes, the full size. Someone uploaded it. Yes. Now I can appreciate it. Hell yeah. Yeah, those clouds look really cool up close. Well done. Crate gang. Nice. Well, yeah, now we've got all the models. I just got to make a hard hat for Gabby, and then I can recreate that in Engine. So, epic. Very cool. Very cool. But, yeah, it's way better than this tiny little... Because now I can actually see that there's actual line art on the clouds, like this yellow line art. That's really sick. I didn't notice that. And the sparkles. There's actual sparkles here too. I didn't notice that either, because you uploaded like a 240p version. But no, it's cool, dude. It's epic. So we got. Oh, sorry, I missed this as well. The Crane Gang label and the Crate Gang label. Very nice. But yeah, no, I'll have like a moderation like thing for the website. You like submit it, I review it, and then I put it up on the gallery. But I don't know how to do that yet. It's not a high priority, so I might get around to it later when I get some time. But yeah. Someone says she looks 16-ish. Yeah, I'd say maybe she could be 16. But I don't want to like, don't quote me on that because I don't know yet. Could be, could not be, depends. The story is not written, there's no scripts, there's no nothing yet. It's nothing right now. There is no story. So, I don't know yet, but I kind of picture it around that at the moment. For now, but it could change. I just want to like be absolutely certain that it's not final. It could change. Because I don't want people like saying, oh, but previously he said it was this and now it's this, because that's just going to get confusing. So I'd rather just not really say, if possible. But yeah, so I might save and close this, and I'm done with Unreal for today. I'm done with Photoshop for today, that's for certain. I had that open the whole time, gosh. But yeah. But yeah, now I'll sort out like a better fan art submission thing at some point in the future. Probably not now, because this is like this works for now, so I'll just do that. But yeah, it's just a little annoying to have to scroll through them all. But yeah, no, we'll figure out something, but we'll do that later. The game must come first, always. This one was quite interesting here. This is like a very 50s looking one. Kind of looks like, oh, what's that character? There's some Sega game that just reminds me of, goddamn, excuse me. I can't remember the name. You guys know the game probably. It's some Sega game, and if I just say it's a Sega game that was like, it was an IP from like the 90s that was never used again, you'll probably know the game I'm talking about. Let me like try and, oh wait, I got it. I figured it out. Let me type into Google. If I search yeah, here we go. This character, Ooh La La, apparently is her name, and it's from Space Channel 5. I forgot what the name of the name of the game, but you can see that I sort of see some similarities. I guess with color palette, it's like the same sort of colors. But I thought it was like interesting. It looks like the hair is very 50s. It looks like something out of Meet the Robinsons or something. It was cool. Interesting spin. I guess, yeah, there's a lot of these that aren't on the website yet. This one, I really like the lighting on the background. This was sick. And this has the right armor as well, so double points. So maybe I should just do a video of just reviewing the fan art or something someday. This one is one of my favorites because I just love the colors. It's so cool. And everyone keeps asking, Ray, you gotta put trails on, and it's like, yes, I know. I'm gonna do it, but it's like, I'm gonna do that later. I have it planned, but that's exactly what I was planning for it to look. So that everyone can stop leaving comments saying, Ray, add trails. Or I think some people think this is called ray tracing. And I remember I got into a conversation with someone once about whether Project Feline will have ray tracing. And I think he meant this with the trails, but ray tracing, it does not mean that at all. It's something else. It's like a lighting, it's like a new graphics lighting technique, and I'm definitely not using it because I don't need to. And we got into like this whole thing about like, yeah, no, I'm not using ray tracing because it's a cell shaded game. And he's like, but can the suit have ray tracing? And it's like, I don't think you understand. It's like it's an engine wide thing. You can't have ray tracing on some things and not have it on other things. It's like you either have it or you don't. And he's like, wait, I don't get it. And I was like, this is what, and I had to like get up the wiki page. And I think he was talking about these because I don't think he understood any of that, but it's funny. But no, I'm not using ray tracing for the record. These are some of the older ones. The older submissions from last year, I think. So yeah, these ones I think are in the gallery on the website. This one was really cool. It looks very like cozy. But yeah, that's another hoodie variant. This one's just white though, and it's like it's a pullover hoodie. So I don't know if I'll do like a pullover hoodie or a zip hoodie. I don't know yet. But yeah, we'll see. It'll be a decision I make at some point. Yeah, these are all like older ones from a while back. Judge my fan art. Didn't I already look at yours? Yours was like this one, right? Or is it a different one? I don't know. I don't know. Is that the one? You gotta let me know. I don't know which one's yours. That's your one? Oh, right, sorry. Because both your names start with an N. So I got those mixed up. Which one's Neon Gregory's one? Which one's yours? This has Greg in the name, so is this you? The winky face. Let me scroll. Is it on the avatar? Or is it on the drawing? Oh, is it this one? This has to be you. It's got Greg in the name. And yours is Neon Gregory, and this is Greg is a... What does that say? Greg is a boy. That's yours? Okay, sweet. Yeah, looks alright. I don't know what that is though. There's some little... I don't know if that's like a secret code for something. These little white bits. But it looks like some interesting shapes. Or if that's like an overlay or something. But yeah, that's nice. I think you said like you had like another... Yeah, you had like... It definitely looks... Yeah, it's like a big step up improvement from the previous version. I don't know what you did to it. I don't know if you just changed the hue or saturation, but this looks really nice. But yeah. The thing with the anime mouth too, they always have the gap in the middle, I notice. That's something I tried doing on the model, but I didn't get much success, I don't think. But yeah, it's tricky. But yeah, I'll have to add all these to the gallery somehow, like when I get the time. But yeah, what tabs can I close? I have so many tabs. I'll leave these open, I guess. But yeah. I don't have a rating system, sorry. I feel guilty like rating them out of whatever number. What does PewDiePie do? He just has like a random noise. I don't know, I don't have any noises. I rate that a crate, I suppose. Maybe that could be the rating system. It's just, is it a crate or a crane or whatever? I don't know. Something very abstract. But yeah, it looks alright. Does Raymond have mods for his streams? Well, I'm supposed to, but they show up like half the time. Well, I mean, fair enough. They live in different countries, so I'm usually like streaming at like 5 AM for them. But no, usually I'm doing most of the modding. I'm pretty sure, at least when I remember to. Oh, geez, people are quoting me now from the stream. No. But yeah. Wait, was someone's messages getting deleted? I don't know. That wasn't me. I literally, like, I'm so distracted from, like, doing work that I usually don't, like, pay attention to chat. As I'm infamously known for now, I guess. If you look at my stream clips. But yeah, anyway. I think that'll probably be it. Yeah, it's like 10 o'clock almost on the dot, so... At least for my... I don't know what time it is where you guys are. Because it could be any time. Because, I don't know. Time zones. But, yeah, for me it's 10 in the AU gang. It's 10 o'clock. That means time for bed. Well, not really. It should be time for bed, but for me it's time for a snack and time for some Star Trek Next Generation, and probably staying up and ruminating. And then at maybe 4 a.m. will be time for bed. So that's gonna be my rest of the night. But yeah, oh, you guys going back looking at the clips now? Oh dear. Well, yeah, no, that was actually a pretty funny one. I've now locked my door, so that will not happen again. I'm gonna prank him. I will get him next time. When he tries to barge in, I'll have it locked, and then I can laugh at him. I'll be like, "Ha! You fell victim to one of the classic blunders." So I'm looking forward to when that happens. But yeah, well, I guess we'll wait. If he doesn't come at all, that'll also be kind of tragic. It'll be like the waiting for Dad to come home prank, and he never comes. I could be like Comedy Shorts Ray. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna head off. It is now 10 o'clock. Time for me to eat some pretzels and watch some Star Trek. So I will catch you guys all maybe tomorrow for maybe a US Geek stream, if I remember. Hit the bell or whatever. Follow, be a sub, join the Discord, get notified, and then you'll know exactly when live stream is happening, and you can be there first. You can be the guy that comments first in the chat, and that's a high honor that most of us strive for. So I recommend following the channel if you want to be that guy. And actually, yeah, sorry, I just want to respond to that one. You can actually lockpick those. I actually figured out how to do it. So he could do that. I'm pretty sure he knows. I don't know if he remembers, but I remember I figured it out. It's very easy. It doesn't even have like a proper lock on it. You just get like a paper clip and you poke it into the hole and you can like lockpick it basically. So he could do that. But let's not give him any ideas now, shall we? Because I still want to prank him. So anyway, thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for watching me do some work, as always. I appreciate the company, and I'll head off now, and I'll see you all at some point tomorrow, maybe, if I remember. But are we gonna have a stream tomorrow? Are we not? Find out next time on the Raymond Cripps show, or whatever, the Raymond Cripps Twitch channel. So thanks for joining the conversation today. Thanks for joining me with my work. And hey, look, I'm not picking, look, it was curiosity, okay? I wanted to know if you could pick the lock, so I did it, because I played a lot of Skyrim back in the day, and I was the head of the Thieves Guild, and I was like, I want to be a real-life lock picker, and I learned how to pick that specific lock and nothing else. So, yeah, it's not a good lock, but it's whatever. It's for a bedroom. What would you need? For the front of a house, yeah, you might need a better one, but no one tends to break in, so that's like all good. But anyway, so don't give my brother any ideas, okay? We don't want to barge it in here, okay? We want a nice little swamp. This is my swamp. It's my territory. This is where I do my work. Alone, as Shrek would say. No waffles, no manly stories, just work. But anyway, that'll be it for me today. Thanks for watching again. Stay safe, have a good weekend. I think it's Sunday or ish, Monday, I don't know what day it is where you guys are. For me it's Monday, and everyone hates Monday, so I'm gonna hate Monday as well, for no reason. But thanks for joining. Send me more fan art in the Discord if you feel so inclined, and I'll review it on stream. Why not? I'll have a look at it, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for joining.